All right, it's Thursday night. It's the BS sessions, man. We're here. But before I hand it off to my brother, I just got one thing to say to a former co-host. You know who you are. Just stop. Stop. I've stopped and you still go after me. I haven't talked about you in so long. The other person stopped until you started going after him. You just need to stop. You're being a huge baby or being a huge kid, dude. How old are you? Grow the fuck up. All right, Jerry, what's up, man?
What the?
I mean, okay. Well, how can I take it from there?
Well, I'm giving him advice. I'm not being a dick to him. Just stop. You're creating drama that's
you sound
not
like
there.
you sound like Michael. You sound like Michael Jordan in that commercial or in the '80s. Stop. Just stop.
Charles
Stop.
Barkley.
No, that was Jordan, I think.
Oh no, no! Remember the commercial where Charles kept saying, "Can I play?" And they go, "No," because he the McDonald's commercial. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, let's introduce our guest, man. First of all, we got a live in '65. My brother from another mother, Andy Rodriguez. Man, what's going on, brother?
Oh man, I'm just excited to do this top 11 prog albums. I'm very excited. I don't know, y'all might say a couple of things on my picks that say, well, that's not prog, but I think it is. So,
prog is one of the most open genres.
Huh?
Prog is one of the most open genres. There's no definition to what prog is. So,
no, but
yeah, I made sure I checked all my picks and it said progressive or prog underneath it.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I almost picked Yes 90125. I go, that's more pop, but I looked, it said prog, but I didn't pick it.
It's by a prog band.
Yeah,
it's a prog band.
There's a lot of prog on that album. Just don't.
There is
a lot of prog
but
on it.
If you go look in their past, they're fully prog.
Yeah, I know.
But prog,
Andy, sorry I interrupted you, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's right. But prog does have certain characteristics that other types of music, even prog bands, as they went on in their career, kind of got away from the prog sound.
So, keyboards, a lot of keyboards,
a lot of long solos.
Yeah,
a lot of long solos.
Did you guys?
I don't know what the hell you're singing about, but I love it.
I hope none of you guys pick Rick Wakeman's King Arthur shit.
I might have. All right, and our second guest, wearing the kick shirt, man. I had my kick shirt on last week, man. We should have coordinated, man.
You did.
All right, there you go. That's that shirt.
I wore that one.
Right,
that was the one Mark was wearing last.
That's the one I was wearing last week.
Jerry, you had your kick shirt on last week. I had my kick shirt on this week. We just got to have the kicks representation all the time.
I need a kick shirt, so somebody wants to
buy a kick shirt, Mark.
This three times extra large.
This is a tour that got me into Ghost, by the way. I want you to know that.
Oh, fuck Maiden Man.
Great band, awful album.
It was a good tour.
I've never
seen a rock shirt, so let me put one.
All right, there you go.
I've never seen a bad Maiden tour, so.
All right, our next guest, excuse me if I get your name wrong, Eric. Is it Lussier?
Yeah, you got Lussier.
It's good. Lussier, okay. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Sorry, I was just.
Yeah, I should have put French accent behind that. I should have. Yeah.
It's all right.
Lussier.
I'm doing good. Came back last night from watching Accept and KK Downing.
Oh, dude.
KK Priest, sorry. Amazing show for these old people that rock like that, man. Wow. What a show.
Those KK albums are fucking amazing.
Yeah. Well, I like the second one better.
On me a little bit though.
I don't know. Maybe the two last albums they put out. I love Accept.
I just thought it was Accept by the numbers.
They sound great live though. I just saw them a couple years ago. They sound great live.
Great, but that last two albums, you're right, Eric. There's some badass albums those last two.
I like Blind Rage, man. That's a fucking great album.
And the best thing, where I was sitting, I was over the stage.
Yeah.
So they were like just right there, man. It was amazing.
Yeah, man. Those old school guys really do bring it. Like when I saw Saxon in May, my God, dude, Saxon was just, like they were 40 years younger. I mean, just heavy, just kicking your ass.
Yeah, you should have seen KK moving around. Like he's 72 years old. He's moving around and dancing.
Let me tell you something. You got these rockers up there like moving around to 70, but then you got these hip hop hoppers that can't fucking do anything anymore, and they fucking retire and become actors.
Well, yeah.
Rockers still go.
Yeah.
Hip hop makes their money and say, fuck it, we're done.
Pop and hip hop, especially nowadays, it's just so it doesn't last long. You know.
Did you watch the MTV Awards last night?
No, fuck no.
There was an MTV award.
Yeah, the only one I knew who was on the show was Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
And how did he get on there with all that trash? I don't know.
I'm sure Taylor won all the awards. I'm sure.
Yep.
Well, Lenny Kravitz's last album is.
I love that last
Oh,
album.
Boy, did she look
I
good
can't.
last night? Boy,
I
did Taylor
can't.
Swift look hot last night? Damn, I did see pictures, but man, she
Who?
looked hot. Man. Taylor
Who?
Taylor Swift. You know who?
Oh,
it is. Shut
she
the fuck up.
knows.
Oh, I blocked that lady from my mind, but
No
I just gotta
comments.
say, who cares who she's endorsing? Shut the fuck up. All right.
And there's our weekly political thought. Thank you.
I
very
just
much,
said, fuck politics. Fuck politics. Who gives a shit?
All
That's
right,
what I
Mark.
meant. Go ahead.
Oh, I
Anyway,
I just realized what shirt you're wearing. Boo.
Yeah.
But the hat's cool. Anyway, Mark, this is your pick. Tell us what we're doing and then start to BS, man.
We're doing our 11 Prog albums, like our top 11 Prog albums, man. I wanted, what was I saying? I was going to do 11 gangster movies or 11 Prog albums last week on BS, and Joseph was on here, and I go, what do you want to do, Jerry? I don't care. What do you want to do, Jerry? I don't care. Joseph, what do you want to do? So you picked the Prog. So
Well, it wasn't my pick, so I don't care what you guys pick.
well, I gave you 2 to pick from.
Oh, well. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were like saying if I picked something. I didn't know that.
No, I was telling you
Oh.
pick between gangster and Prog.
What do you talk on the phone more often, dude? We seem to get lost in translation.
We got to do a Zoom meeting before, like we do on Freeform.
Oh, shit.
You're all speaking English too.
Speak English or die. SOD. Great album. But let's get to the BS, man. We got to get to this because even though I rag on this franchise so fucking much, there's no way you could fucking rag on James Earl Jones. The voice of Darth Vader has passed. Jerry.
Oh man, fucking legend, dude. I mean, you got all the the Jack Ryan movies. You've got Mufasa from The Lion King. You got I mean, of course, you got Star Wars. You
That teacher from Soul Man.
Soul Man, exactly. Yeah, I mean
that movie didn't age well.
However, I thought his best role was when he guest starred on The Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
So funny.
I like Star Wars
funny.
too. He's going around
And when
pranking Carrie Fisher,
pranking
ringing
Carrie
her
Fisher.
doorbell and running.
And apparently
Fucking-
that was the first time they ever met in real life
Yep, that's true.
Oh, really?
Yep.
because he did all his voiceover
Right.
work afterwards. They never met in real life before that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's funny. You watch how David Prowse, how they overdubbed James Earl Jones' voice, and yeah, David Prowse couldn't talk. It definitely was a great idea getting him to do.
I don't
Darth Vader.
think Star Wars would have made that much money if it was David Prowse's voice.
No.
He just got this little, soft-sounding voice. He's a big dude, dude. He's a bodybuilder. I
Yeah.
Just
think.
look what
He's
happened when he put
massive.
Jar Jar in the franchise. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, tragic loss. I mean, what was he? 90.
93.
93.
I mean, again, man, it's a life should be celebrated. I'd love to live to 93 and be healthy and somewhat active. So, rest in peace, buddy, man. You were one of the greats. I have no qualms of saying that. He was awesome.
Joseph.
Yeah, I mean, there was an era where he was in everything. I mean, he was one of those guys that was just in so much stuff, movies, TV. I mean, we didn't talk about The Sandlot. He was in The Sandlot.
That's true, he was.
Really
Yeah.
great
Oh, I forgot
role
about
in that. Just so many great roles, and of course, will pretty much always be remembered as Darth Vader. And a role that he continued to portray for decades up until even recently.
He sold his voice to Disney, so that
He
voice.
did.
will
Even the last Obi-Wan series that they did, he was in.
Well, that was all archival, I think.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
okay, but his voice was still there, though.
Yeah.
Still his voice. Got to get some money for it.
No, he sold it.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he gave
I
it to Disney.
thought they still had some kind of note in the contract where you still get credit for it. It's like
Well,
having
he
your
does.
picture.
Well,
Yeah.
he's still.
It's like having a picture like they had the last Beetlejuice movie. They had what's his name? Jeffrey Jones.
Well, you know why he wasn't in that movie, right?
Because he was like, not,
Pedophile.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
that
pedophile.
pedo.
He's a.
but
pedo.
it was his voice, and they showed his picture, so he had to
He
get
probably
money
used
for that.
AI on that.
But you still have to give money for that.
Do they?
That's what they want on. That's what they want on strike before because of
Yeah.
AI. I think so.
Yeah.
Likeness rights, I think, or something like that.
And I saw, well, speaking of, I saw with Star Wars, I just saw that Disney's getting in trouble for using Peter Cushing's likeness
Yeah.
in Rogue One.
Right.
That they used AI to recreate Peter Cushing's likeness, and I think it sounds like they're getting in trouble for that.
They
Yeah, I
just
read
did
that
that
the
in the
other
new
day.
And that's
Alien
been-
Romulus too.
And that's been freaking years. Rogue One came out like 7 years ago.
Hey, who
Oh yeah,
was the-
they used Ian Holmes likeness in that
yeah, in
new
Alien
Alien
Romulus.
movie. Yeah.
That was a trip. Dude, you're a Star Wars nerd. Where's my Star Trek shit?
I'm-
Oh, it's over there.
I'm a fucking Star Wars nerd big time.
I'm a Star Trek nerd. I like Star Wars, and then they fucking brought Jar Jar into the franchise.
That's my girl.
Speaking of Ian Holmes, Jerry has a really great idea for a future episode.
Yeah.
Oh, the robots? Yeah, that'd be fun. Robot androids.
cyborg
or
robots,
Cyborgs,
yeah.
that'd be kind of fun. Yeah.
Well, Al Horta's picking next week's episode, but he's busy with his daughter at Corn tonight, which is cool. Have fun. Have fun. Enjoy.
Yeah. Enjoy.
But man, so what do you think about James Earl Jones, Eric?
Well,
You skipped Andy.
me here.
No, I didn't.
being-
I haven't got to Andy yet.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
okay.
your lineup must be different.
My
than
lineup
normal.
is different. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Sorry, Eric.
All right. Well, I'm the biggest Star Wars freak there was, so it kind of really broke my heart when I found out. I was devastated. I was like, "Fuck, that's Darth Vader, man!" And like, I know him more as Darth Vader than anything because if you try to name a character that was created in the movies that's the most recognized on the face of the earth, everybody knows Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And James Earl Jones' voice created that voice that went with that character that fit so well, so perfectly. I mean, what a legend. He was also, I think, was he in Hunt for Red October?
Yep.
Yeah.
All the Jack
Ryan
Ryan
movies.
Yeah. Man, it just sucked. Well, he was 93. He had a good life.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Just the one thing that brought me to tears was there was a picture of the Empire State Building and Darth Vader, and it was all
Yeah.
red. Whew,
That was
man, I
cool.
looked at that. I was choking up, man. I was like, wow, that was beautiful.
Yep.
All
I
right,
still-
Andy.
Speaking of New York City, James Earl Jones cut his teeth on Broadway and stage and plays. That's where he made his beginnings. Now, everybody here knows what a big baseball fan I am. So I'll make a list of the baseball movies he made. He was in The Sandlot. He was in Field of Dreams. He made a movie back in the early 70s called Bingo Long Travelers All-Stars and the Motor Kings. That was a
Never
story.
heard of that one.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was with Richard Pryor and
Oh shit.
it was Richard Pryor and Billy D. Williams, and it was a story about the Negro Leagues of the 30s, and
Wow.
and how they lived and how they traveled and how they were treated, but they played for the love of the game. And he was also in Conan the Barbarian. If y'all remember
Yep.
that was
That was legend.
the evil one, and of course, Soul Man did not. Well, no, I do like that movie. I don't.
But it
ever
didn't age well. Right now, people would cancel it. Big
It
time.
was, but it
And
was.
I
a good
understand
movie.
why.
Yeah,
Which movie?
I
Soul
understand.
Man.
Soul Man.
See Thomas
Oh.
Howell dressed in blackface to
Oh,
get
shit.
get a Negro League scholarship. So
Yeah, to get
Oh
a
my
scholarship.
God.
yeah,
And James Earl Jones played the the
Professor.
professor,
yeah.
and they could have gotten a better looking girl to play instead of
Ray
Ray.
Dong was in there, wasn't she?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the.
she's hot.
That was come on, bro.
I
Was
love
she the
Ray
one that
Dong
was she,
Chong.
was she the one that was in Commando with Arnold?
I like
Was
my
she the
girls
one?
with
Yep.
breasts,
Yeah,
but
that's her.
She's cute.
Yeah, I liked her.
You know who her daddy is, eh?
Yeah, Far
yeah.
Out, man. She was in the movie with him. Far Out, man.
Yeah.
No, but you look at the two of them, you would not think of it. Then
No, not at all. But yeah, it was a huge loss for someone that was such a big part of our fabric in movies and in entertainment. So yeah, it was a huge loss. But like, come on, 92, and he became a world sensation with not just Darth Vader, even though that is his most known character.
you know,
And
also
that
the
is-
Lion King.
Yes, also the Lion King with his voiceovers. But Darth Vader is the ultimate villain.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no better villain in movies in history, and he voiced it, and it was his voice that made it so creepy, and with the costume and the and him talking, you're like, what the hell is this thing?
It was weird when in Return of the Jedi he takes off the mask and some other dude is talking. What is this guy? That's not Darth Vader.
There were two people I would pick to narrate my life. Would be him or Morgan Freeman. One of those two guys I would like to be narrator of my biography if it ever came into a movie, which it won't, but I can dream.
I want Sam Jackson, man.
Motherfucker.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Hey, who I'm worried about right now is fucking William Shatner. That fucker dies, I'm gonna fucking go nuts.
He'll make it to 100, I think. I just had that feeling.
I'll go nuts if William
Yeah,
dies. I went nuts when fucking Leonard Nimoy died.
Leonard Nimoy had he had emphysema for like 20 years. Man.
Love that guy.
Yeah, I met William Shatner, by the way. I spoke to him for a good 10 minutes. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really? Because I worked at a company that does celebrity autographs. He was a total dickhead.
No, not to me, man. He was super cool. But you can't touch him, though. You can't touch him, though. He's germophobic. But for me, I was talking, and I don't know, I had fun with him. What can I tell you?
Everybody else on the cast was nice, especially Walter Koenig. He was the nicest guy.
Yeah,
guy to play Chekhov. He was just like one of the sweetest guys. And Nichelle Nichols was just amazing.
All right.
I didn't get to meet George Takei, but James Doohan and DeForest Kelly were dead.
Who's left though from the original?
Kirk, Chekhov, and Sulu. That's pretty much it.
That's it.
Even Marjorie
cast.
Bennett died, right? The voice of the fucking ship.
She died a while back.
Yeah. But she was in there like live. She was in there doing the voiceovers on that shit. But fuck,
she played one of the most annoying characters as Troy's wife or mom on Next Generation.
Yeah,
but she was annoying.
She was in the first Star Trek series too.
Yep.
So, but James Earl Jones, man, my hat's off to you, man. I've liked basically even Soul, man. I liked everything you fucking done. I love your fucking voice. You were the first fucking villain that scared me in the fucking movie. When I was a kid, I'm watching this guy fucking just like force choking people, and I'm going, oh fuck, and that voice is just so fucking evil sounding. It's like, Luke, I am your father. It's like, how many people like fucking sat there in a fan and go, Luke, I am your father? You know how to fucking get
I still do.
How many people go like this when they go into an open door?
I do it every single time.
I do that too.
I just walk by and I just fucking people are just looking at what the fuck.
I know, it's like, I got force powers, bitch. I love Star Wars. It's just been disappointing for years, but he never disappointed me in anything he's done. So hats off to you. You rule. Fucking Field of Dreams, man. If you're a baseball fan, that is a must-see movie with him.
Yeah, it's a great movie. That's what the
movie with him.
And he has a great role in it too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's with Kevin Costner.
Yeah. He goes into the
if they build it, they will come.
Yeah, exactly. And
now every year they have a series there at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
Yeah. Like in a movie fucking baseball adopted that movie. It's so good. There you go, man.
Did they have a game this year? Who was it?
Yeah,
was it the Yankees.
It was the Cubs. The Yankees were the first one.
Yankees was the first year.
Yeah.
They all came out of the field. And...
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Seriously, they actually have real baseball games where they actually.
Oh yeah.
I had no fucking idea.
Yeah, like on that field.
Wow.
On that field.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
But they added more stands to it.
Yeah, they built like an actual. They built like an actual stands and stuff.
Yeah, but it's that field that the movie was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if you hit a home run, you're hitting it into a cornfield.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
All right, man. Since I'm going to go to a little sports here because me and Jerry, we're a 49ers fan, but there's something that's been going on for years and it never fails. You get on the Madden cover and you're injured. McCaffrey's injured. Stop players getting on fucking Madden because you're going to be fucking injured. Stop. At least, especially 49er players. Fucking Seahawks, Rams, get on there. Puka Nakua, you're already injured. That's cool. But I'm just saying.
No, McCaffrey, he would. I think they say he could play if they needed him to, but they were impressed with Mason last week. So why rush him back, man? Makes no sense.
You just think of
Fantasy leaguers are shitting their pants because they want to, he was a top 10 fantasy pick probably in a lot of leagues.
But this Madden curse has never failed, though.
True, you're right.
It's weird. Right. It's weird about that Madden curse.
And I don't believe in superstitions or jinxes, but fuck, what is going on here?
Yeah, it's weird.
Anything about that, Joseph? Your Steelers won.
Yeah. Without scoring a single touchdown.
Yeah. Hey, at least the Niners, Jake Moody got 5 field goals and 1 touchdown.
we got 6 field goals.
He kicked 6 field goals.
Oh, he kicked 6. Oh, he tied you.
Yeah.
Hey, so it sounds like Justin Fields is going to be the starter.
I hope. I really do. He looked good. He
did. He got them in field goal range.
Russell Wilson is a dick.
And if it weren't for the refs kept that game close.
Yeah.
The Steelers would have blown them out if the refs didn't keep it close.
Dude, and it was kind of odd because I was expecting more from Atlanta and being at home and only doing 10 points. But then we were saying that if the Steelers are going to win consistently, it's going to be because of their defense.
Well, JJ Watt is a monster, dude. That guy scares me.
He just has to stay healthy.
Well, and the problem was the refs were nerfing him too. And every time he did anything, there was a penalty on.
Oh, really? Have you seen Bolsa in the last game 3 times? Yeah, he was chokehold.
Nobody called that.
I don't know if you guys saw the play where TJ Watt timed it perfectly with the snap, and they called him offsides.
Yeah,
but it was perfect timing, and they called him offsides because he's just too good. It looked so perfect timing that they called him offsides.
If he stays healthy, I think he'll be better than his brother JJ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that because I did watch most of that Steelers game.
And they've got another brother named BJ, but he stays in the locker room.
Mm-hmm. Well, they actually do have a younger brother who was the Steelers fullback for a couple of years.
Didn't all 3 of them do like a game show or something a year or 2 ago? Some kind of like American Ninja style type of show or something.
Probably.
I don't know what's really BJ. It was just a joke.
Their younger brother's name's Derek.
Okay.
So Eric, what's going on in the CFL?
What the fuck?
I don't know. Do you know American football? Do you know American football?
Hey, I'm pissed off. My Argos are losing big lately. I'm getting pissed.
I'm happy with that.
I'm pissed.
We got a Canadian here. We got to talk about his sport.
I don't.
Jerry, there's a hockey fan right there for you.
Oh, I love hockey. My favorite sport.
I'll show you something, Jerry.
Florida Panthers, baby. Finally, after 30 fucking years.
So I got my cards evaluated, and I'm a bit disappointed. This is a rookie card of Patrick Roy. They only gave me a 6 for it.
Oh, Patrick Roy.
Fuck that guy.
You know, I just found out that he was an assistant coach for the Islanders. I never knew that until last year.
And I got this one too.
Oh,
yeah.
They just gave me a 6 for it. I was pissed.
Yeah.
And
hey, the Kings would have won that Stanley Cup if fucking Marty McSorley didn't have that big stick.
Oh.
The second year, at least they gave me 7 for that one.
How the fuck do you end up with Lemieux and Yager on team at the same time, man? Gee.
They didn't win anything, no.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I don't remember.
They won, I think, 3 cups.
I know that.
Oh, they won 3 cups? Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm a casual hockey fan. I'm a playoff hockey fan. I'm a playoff hockey fan. The Kings make the playoffs. I'm watching it.
Yeah, Yager was a Panther for about 3 years, man. He was still fucking scoring goals and shit. I mean, the guy was amazing, dude.
He's still playing in the league in Europe.
Yeah.
And he owns the team.
Damn.
Yeah. That guy's a machine.
I just remember they called him the Russian Rocket. I remember when
that's Pavel Bure.
Oh, Pavel Bure.
That's Pavel Bure.
I like Pavel Bure. Isn't he still playing too?
I don't think so.
I just remember Hockey 94.
I know their dad. I know that Bure's father just died. He was like,
pretty. See, it shows you I don't know.
Yeah, we the Canadians had his brother Valerie.
Yep. They were actually both on the Panthers at the same time too.
Yeah.
One time, both of them. Me, you, and the other Eric need to get a hockey show or something, Eric.
That'd be nice.
Oh, Eric doesn't have. Eric wants to do Friday nights now, so
I'm good.
No, you'll do Friday. I'm talking about the other Eric.
There's another Eric.
You said you would do Friday nights too, so that's cool on Freeform. But you have any thoughts on that, Andy?
No.
Wait, the Madden curse.
Oh yeah. It's weird how it's actually happened several times.
Yeah,
it's weird. But Jerry, are you following this football game?
No, I'm not.
Bills are up 24-7
And
In
it's
the
not
middle
even
of
halftime yet.
in the middle of the second. Yeah. All right, that's it.
Well, maybe Miami's a second half team like they did last week. I was surprised they came back.
I always pick on our football show a dud every year. I picked the Broncos to win the AFC West last year.
Ooh.
Well, because Russell Wilson was our thorn in our side.
I picked Miami to win the AFC this year.
I used to watch the NFL, but when Drew Brees retired, I lost interest.
Oh, really? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, if there's a team I pick for is the Saints,
Right.
but him gone, I'm waiting for somebody great to replace
Hey,
him.
Derek Carr's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Derek Carr's a number
Derek
guy.
Carr
He's not
got
a
away
winner.
from the Raiders, and he looks like he should.
He still
The
can't.
Raiders ruins everybody.
Derek Carr is Kirk Cousins part 2, dude. He knows how to put a bunch of
Hey,
numbers up, but doesn't know how to win.
The Niners should try to get Max Crosby out of that fucking shitty team.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love that guy. Even
Ain't
though he's
gonna
a
happen,
dick
though.
and they get chippy, but he's a Raider, so there you go. But let's
He's
get
a
to
Raider.
some music news, man. I got a double deuce by Poison. That's why I'm wearing a shirt tonight.
Boy,
Yeah,
what
whatever.
a week.
We probably won't talk
Are
about
they touring or aren't they? No one knows.
Ricky Rocket says Brett Michaels doesn't want to tour with Poison in 2025. Then he came back later today and said, well, he hasn't booked any shows for 2025.
Yeah, because he's making fuck tons of money with his own band,
Yeah.
playing to the same level of audience that Poison would play to,
Oh,
and
thanks.
getting all
You
of it
putting me
himself. No, I'm saying the same like venues.
Yeah, but fucking, he's basically playing Poison songs.
That's what I'm saying. And
Nobody
he
wants to
doesn't-
hear his solo shit.
and he doesn't have to play, and he doesn't have to pay the other 3 guys. So he's getting all the money. Why wouldn't you?
Jerry.
Loyalty, I guess. I don't know.
You know what? I'll fuck.
You know,
any
those
band-
other 3 members want to go out and tour, man. Fucking
Any-
don't be a
Yeah,
dick.
but
fucking-
they're not Brett
any-
Michaels.
Any fucking band that writes Unskinny Bop should be fucking disqualified from rock and roll.
You know
Fuck
what? You know what,
Poison.
Jerry? You could unskinny bop 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 out of
Yeah,
it.
I can skinny bop my ass.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to bop your ass anyways. But there you go.
Hmm.
Look, I'll admit, I've seen them live. They always had an energetic show. I'll give them that much. They were full of energy, but man, I just never got into them.
What about you, Eric?
Well, I like Poison until the unskinny Bob stuff.
That album,
No.
what, have you listened to the rest of the album? I give you that song, but I do like it. I like the
Yeah,
bass line.
Something to Believe in sucks.
Oh, God, I love that.
Well, that's the only song I like from them. So
Oh, that's one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life.
really,
Hey, Joseph.
I like
I
a
love
couple
that song.
Poison songs, but I hate that song so much.
Oh,
I
that's
love
can't-
the opening
I
track
can't-
of Flesh
yeah.
and Blood. Flesh and
I
Blood is
can't-
great. Flesh and Blood, sacrifice. I love that song, man.
even
You
the
know-
Richie Kotzen album sucked. It's just like they
Fuck
never wrote
you, that
anything
album
good,
rules.
man.
You could stand on my dick.
What's that song they have? Mama's Little Angel. Is that
Mama's Fallen Angel.
Fallen Angel.
Fallen?
With
Yeah,
me,
Oh,
Mama's
I like that
Fallen
song.
Angel.
that one I like.
That's a
I do
great
like
song.
that
One
song.
of my
girl,
favorites
The
from
girl
them.
was cute. The girl was cute in the video.
Oh, the video was hot. Yeah.
Like the only 2 Poison songs that I actually would go out of my way to listen to are Fallen Angel and Ride the Wind. That's it.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
Wind's
Those
a
are
great
excellent songs.
Song. Excellent
Oh.
song.
That's it.
Flesh and Blood. I was fucking
Oh.
Take it outside. I love that fucking song. Ralph,
Hey,
I gave you
babe.
that. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, babe, can you pass me the Imodium, please?
But
I'm
you
gonna
know,
go to
the
doctor's
one
here.
thing, that CC DeVille, he was the lead guitarist, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's amazing though. I
He
won't take that
is.
away from him.
Thank you.
Amazing guitarist.
Do you have any thoughts on Poison?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Poison. But I was reading the article that the guitar player in Brett Michaels' band said that Brett Michaels is kind of taking care of his health right now, and that he is planning to do a Poison tour in 2026.
Yeah. That's another part of the story I was going to come
For the
with.
40th
Ah.
anniversary of their debut album, Look What the Cat Dragged In. And he was saying this has nothing to do with money. He said that, well, this is what he said, that the band, the Brett Michaels band, he almost divides everything equally, which I can kind of believe because Brett Michaels looks like a stand-up guy.
Oh, he does.
And the guys from Poison, the original 4, never have to worry about money for the rest of their lives,
It's
or their
split
children's lives,
four ways.
or
Yeah.
their children's.
Yeah.
He said just on every rose has a thorn by alone that they're rich beyond their means. So I don't think money has
Jerry,
anything
it's okay. It's okay. You got your barf bucket there, dude?
We both lie silent still in the dead of the night. I could be the new
Both
singer.
lie close together. But
I
we're
like
miles
You're
apart
feeling
inside.
something, or yeah, whatever.
So I
Fuck
really
yeah,
think
this is-
that Brett
Sorry,
Michaels,
Andy.
no, it's all right. Just that Brett Michaels will do what he wants to when it's time for Poison again. And I think that they will go back out again in 2026 for the anniversary celebration.
And I will be there.
I'll be there if it's the Brett Michaels band or Poison.
No, I
I'll
won't see
tell
the
you what.
Brett Michaels band. That solo shit sucks.
But he doesn't play the solo shit.
No,
Thank God.
He is not. I saw them a couple months ago. He didn't play a single solo song.
No, he
He
plays.
plays a
Poison
he
songs.
plays a bunch of awful covers.
Yeah,
That Poison cover.
I don't need to see Brett Michaels do Sweet Home Alabama. I really don't.
Oh shit.
I don't
yeah.
need to see anybody do Sweet Home Alabama.
Can I say so? You know he's a huge
Nobody
Steelers.
can.
You know he's a huge Steelers
Yes.
fan.
Well, he's from my area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's from like less than like half an hour away from me.
Yeah.
Like I know some of his relatives.
I mean his band, they do play Poison songs, but they add a little bit extra backing vocals, some keyboards, and they kind of switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a seven. He has like a 7-piece band.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. But
I-
let's,
I-
No,
saw-
no, no, no. Now, Tom Kiefer from Cinderella knows how to do a fucking solo show.
Oh,
His band
he
is
is
fucking awesome.
so
He-
good.
that guy's amazing.
yeah.
His solo band is something else. My
Better
God.
than Cinderella, I
I
think.
played a
I
song
mean-
from Still Climbing last night. I said that's one of the best Cinderella albums they ever made.
Tom
Oh,
Kiefer's
so-
solo
oh, you-
album isn't bad
Yeah.
either.
Well, his
Pretty
first
good.
one, his second one was a little off.
The last time I saw them was right when the second one came out, I think. And
I got
they played
used to it, but
couple
it
stuff.
didn't hit me like the first one. And the first one they re-released with more songs on it. I don't
Mhm.
even have that version.
Yeah, I'll
Because
just do
he-
one of his albums one day.
He played a decent amount of songs from his solo stuff when I saw it both times I saw him live.
We got to do Still Climbing, dude.
But his stuff is good though. Solo
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he's got a different brand of rock and roll than Poison and Brett Michaels. It's different.
Yeah.
Even though they get clumped together, they're not the same.
No,
Nah.
Cinderella looked like hair metal in the first album, but they didn't sound like hair metal.
No.
They are awesome. Like that's one of the bands that grew well. Like their music grew up. Like
Yeah.
you know, when
Poor
some
Fred never played a lick of drums on any of those albums.
No.
I swear to God, like Cinderella's amazing.
Well, Heartbreak Station he did supposedly.
Well, Cozy Powell played most of it.
Oh, Heartbreak Station?
No, I'm talking about the first two albums.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
All right, man. So you already brought up Brett Michaels says he wants to tour in 2026. That was going to be the second half of the story. But let's get to what do you guys think about there's a new Jimi Hendrix documentary coming out. Are you guys excited about watching that?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll watch it, but how many more documentaries do we need about Jimi Hendrix?
I haven't seen that many of him. Is there?
Really? There's a bunch, man.
Well, they
I've seen
look
a-
like not poorly produced, the ones I've seen.
No, I'll watch it, but it's like, is there going to be different in it or what? I mean,
I don't
I'll
know.
watch it. Of course, it's Jimi fucking Hendrix, but it's like, really another one? I don't know.
On what station is
It
that
hasn't
gonna-
said. They said it's in the works. They didn't
it's in the works? Because sometimes you guys get all this good stuff and we don't get it here in Canada.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? You got the Triumph documentary before we did.
Yeah.
That yes.
I got it on
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
I do
But
too now, finally. I haven't watched it yet, actually. I've
But
seen
like,
it, before, but I haven't watched it.
Hey,
There's the,
Dr.
that-
Fuck sent that to me before I got it because fucking that guy rules. He said, Mark, I know you like Triumph. And he sent me that documentary. Fucking amazing.
But there's some like sometimes I hear Chris Sinzak talk about like certain documentaries. He says he watched it on Prime. I'm on Prime. I'm fucking looking for it. It's
Yeah.
not there.
Well, you're on Canadian Prime. You don't get the good shit.
Yeah, I
that's-
know.
That's exactly what he said.
That's what I just I'm like.
I know.
it
I'm
sucks.
just reiterating it because it's funny.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's gonna be a new one called Looking Nothing But a Good Time.
That's
I
on Paramount Plus.
It's on Paramount. Oh fuck.
It's on Paramount Plus. Yeah.
Oh, it's out already?
No, not yet. It's
I
coming.
thought it was out September 10
Oh, if it's out, I'm gonna
or
watch it.
12.
Shit,
or
I'm gonna check
tomorrow.
I'm
that
watching.
out,
I'm
then.
waiting for the new Frasier second season. I
Yeah,
love that
yeah.
shit. But where was I at? What do you think about the Jimi Hendrix documentary? Everybody else has talked about it. Andy, you haven't.
Yeah, is it a documentary or like a movie bio?
They
with
just said
someone
it's
else?
in the works. It's on the way. A documentary is on the way, a brand new.
Yeah, but is it a movie with somebody playing him, or is
Like
it a
like the Queen movie. You know,
I
Right.
have
something
no
like that,
idea.
right?
That's all they said. It was
I'd watch that. That'd be cool. I'd
pretty
definitely
vague.
watch that.
Yeah.
Nah, I want to see a straight up documentary. I don't like these bio movies.
I do. The only one I didn't like was the Elton John one. I liked the Bob Marley one. I liked the Queen one. I didn't.
The Queen one irritated me because it was out of
It was out of order. I
It
know.
was
Yeah, but
out
it made
of fucking order.
But it
I
made for a
still
better
liked
like it made for a better plot.
It did, but they were on the tour for the works when they did Live Aid. They didn't get back together.
But they didn't. It wasn't meant for like Queen super fans.
I know. I still like it. I own it, but I'm just
I liked
saying.
it.
I did. I thought
I
Rami
liked
Malek
it.
was
I loved
fucking
it. I
awesome as
bought the
Freddy.
fucking movie. I like it.
That was a well-deserved Academy Award. He played Freddy to a T, man.
I
Yeah.
never saw it. So
And the guy who sang Mark Martin
Yeah,
there,
he looks like Freddy and he sounds like Freddy, man. It's amazing. I've seen
Mark
that dude.
Martel, the way he sings
Yeah.
is just unbelievable.
But if
Guy
this
from-
is I'm sorry, but if this is a straight up documentary, I will watch it because Jimi Hendrix is the greatest guitar player that ever lived. Period.
He's amazing.
I love
I
Jimi
Was
know-
an innovator, top of the line, man.
I know that he only made 3 or 4 albums, but listen to his live albums.
That's
That is a whole different world.
I
His
got
live-
all his discography live, dude. And I played the band of Gypsies last night. 9-minute track. It was so fucking
Yeah.
good.
So
I
good.
can't remember what it was, but it was a great track. I'm like fucking ruled. But I'm just gonna go speed BS real quick. Nikki Sixx dismisses Oasis comeback. Never been into boy bands. I think he's right on that one. I'm just gonna let that one go. Dave Grohl announces he had a fucking affair. Who fucking cares? People do that shit. You guys could fucking. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. People make
Hey,
mistakes.
at least he owned it. Like,
And he's
Yeah,
gonna
that's,
take
that's
care
more
of the
than that's
kid.
more
Look,
than, that's more than a lot of people have done.
I'm not making excuses for him, but when you constantly got that, you know what thrown at you on a nightly fucking basis, man, it's got to be
It's
hard to
hard.
resist, man. I'm telling you.
How do you resist that? If I was a famous
Sorry.
person, I would be single. Fuck that, man.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly. I wouldn't be married or single. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just
you
gonna
just
say-
got fucking pussy. Just
Yeah.
Well, since everybody started talking about Andy, what do you think about it?
Yeah, well, like Joseph said, he could have just thrown money to the people and said, "Here's a couple of million, get lost." Instead, he said he's going to love his child and he's going to take responsibility. And
You can't hide shit now.
That's a man
No.
right there. That's a man.
Yeah, but
right
even
there.
it's not even a matter of hiding it. Like, they would still just throw the money at it. Like, he came out and he was very open about it and public
Yeah.
about it, and like, hey, please respect my family's privacy. My family and I are trying to get through this time. I'm trying to rebuild that relationship. Like, that has to be very hard.
That-
and he's being a man about it.
That's the
Yeah.
best thing to do because, like I said, if you hide it, they'll find it, and that's what you
Yeah.
can't hide anything now.
And that makes
know,
it worse.
it's
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Arnold. He didn't say
you
nothing.
give the press.
The kid
I had a kid with my maid.
You give the press nowhere to go when you come out and admit it.
I
right
know.
away.
But he didn't say shit. And then when they saw the kid at 15, 16, it's like,
just like
what the fuck? Like, he looks like,
Hey, Dad, I'm going out. I'll be back.
he should have played him as Teen Conan or
my God.
or something. It looked just like him. It was all built with a.
Okay, and then also Speed, fucking BS. Linkin Park's got a new singer, whatever.
Ugh.
I like
do.
Linkin Park. I thought
she
was cool.
sings good.
I
Come
thought
on,
she
she has a
sucked.
great voice.
I thought she sucked.
Seriously? I
Yeah.
like her voice.
And I liked Linkin Park. I thought she sucked.
I liked her.
I can't. The only problem I have with that is that she does not bring the emotions that.
Yeah, she doesn't have that with that chest.
No,
hair.
like,
Yeah, Chester brought the emotion. You felt this
Yeah.
fucking pain. She's
Yeah.
just covering it. It's like Eric Gronwall when he does the covers. He's an amazing singer, one of the best I've ever heard, but he does not bring
But
the
you're not
emotion to
feeling
the
it.
song. Exactly.
I
But
did
you-
feel his Skid Row album, though.
Lizzie made you feel it. I thought she was
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
Lizzie
yeah.
was
But-
good.
when Eric sings in New Horizon, you fucking feel it because it's his own shit. But when he covers, it's not there.
Yeah. And that's the difference between a cover and an original. I mean,
Yeah.
you fall in love with the emotions of the singer.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds good. And I didn't think about the way that y'all were saying it. It lacks that emotion that draws you.
Yeah, I didn't hear it
Exactly.
go, crawling on my skin. I just heard crawling on my skin.
Well,
It wasn't that oomph.
Yeah.
It's harder. I mean, like Sebastian Bach or not, but the guy was, I think, one of the best rock singers ever did. He still has an amazing voice. So
Oh,
it's
man.
hard to replace somebody like that, man. Really is.
And Scribble, they don't sound like a boy band. Just let him know. But if he's watching, I don't know if he watches this show anymore. Scribble, you haven't commented in a long time. I'm getting kind of hurt by you. But
He's busy. He's got a lot of shit
I
going
know
on.
the last thing I think about is David Ellison said doesn't think Megadeth is over for him. The last BS story, Jerry.
I think they've been over for a while now, but that's just my opinion. So, oh well.
It's like the guy got fucking shitted on by Dave Mustaine, but he's willing to go back and suck his dick. What do you think about that, Joseph?
Now, hold on. Now, if they brought David back and they brought Chris and Gar back, the original fucking
They won't.
Megadeth,
won't.
I know, but I'm just saying that would interest the fuck out of me.
See, that
So-
one is 100% a money thing.
Yeah.
The
I
only
would
reason
go
that,
see
the
it.
only
yeah.
reason that Mustaine brought Ellison back to begin with was a money thing because they wouldn't let him on the Big Four tour without at least 2 original members. That was what it was. That's the only reason he brought Ellison back, because Metallica basically said, unless you have at least somebody else with you, you're not going to be on this Big Four tour.
Metallica screwed him since 1982.
Like that was what the other 3 bands said, because that's Anthrax brought Joey back for that tour.
Mhm. Slayer.
Lombardo was already back in Slayer by that point.
Yeah.
So Slayer was completely original.
Yeah.
Metallica was completely like classic, except for Rob.
course.
But Rob had been in the band for 10 years by that point. It was all Mustaine, because Mustaine was the only classic member of Megadeth. And so the rest of the bands basically said, "Hey, you're not going to be. We're not going to let you on this tour to rake in all this cash if you're the only one making money off of it."
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Because all the
That
rest
makes
of
a
them
lot of sense. That
original
makes a lot of sense.
the rest of the
I
rest
had
of them
no
were hi-
idea.
the rest of the band were hired guns, so Mustaine would be raking all that money in himself and not giving shit to anybody. So basically, they said you have to bring Ellison back. It was either bring Ellison back or bring back like Marty
Or somebody.
or Adler.
There's
Or like
nobody
somebody.
original in Megadeth than just Dave now, or
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
different-
it's been like that for a while now.
because it's
Shit.
it's a brand new guitar player again for like the 5th time in the last 5 years. Lamenzo on bass. Who's even drumming for him anymore? I don't even know.
I don't know. The one dude Adler left, and now he's got
Yeah.
a new band, and
And they brought that dude from.
it's got to be something people go, "Hey, I love Megadeth." Then they get in the band and work with Mustaine. I got to get the fuck out of here. That's what it's. Except for fucking Ellison,
I
who
have
wants to
never
go
seen-
back.
I have never. It's a money thing. You think Ellison's making money with the Kings of Thrash?
No, no.
But
No,
like I've
I'm-
never. There are very few bands on this planet that have ever had as many lineup changes as Megadeth, and there is nobody to blame about that but Mustaine.
And-
Oh,
And
yeah.
every year that passes makes Metallica look more and more in
Right?
the right.
Right?
Oh, I
You know
always thought
what?
Metallica was in the right. He was trouble. I mean, he was in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm just
big
saying
drunk,
every
alky.
year
I
that
still
passes
love
and every guitarist that he fires and every drummer
Yeah.
that quits and every time he brings Ellison back and then fires him,
Well, that,
it makes Hetfield and Lars look even more
Oh,
right.
yeah.
like everybody says, they should call the band Mega Dave. It's his.
Yeah,
it's-
Metallica's been right for years. I mean, Lars was right about the streaming thing. I mean,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
all laughed at him and thought he was a fucking asshole back then, but he's
Yeah,
right.
I
he's right.
didn't.
I did. I thought it was fucking. I was
Nah,
fucked up.
I
Well,
thought
I
he was
get it.
right. I think he
I
should
didn't.
get
I
paid.
didn't. I didn't
I
know
think
much
you should
about
get
it.
paid for your art. You shouldn't fucking
He's
be
an
stealing
asshole,
this
but
shit.
he's right.
Yeah, I agree now. Absolutely.
Well, there was a lot of artists back then who regret not standing with him because they making
Yeah.
shit now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they
But,
just.
anything on Mega Dave, Andy?
Oh no. Nah.
All right. So let's get to the BS. Let's get to the episode, Jerry.
Let's do it. Yeah, you're doing it, man. It's your show.
Well, no, you're the one going. Even if I pick it, you go through the thing.
Whoa,
No.
one
That's
of
your
you.
Fine. Give me one second,
Somebody.
then. Talk about something, guys, while I figure this out here. Let me get a.
All right.
Sure.
Well, I'm gonna
I
say
love Megadeth.
I just got the new CD by Wayne Noon's band called Severed Angel.
Nice.
Bought that.
Awesome album. Oh,
And I
you're
got
being
the
a
new Dead Daisies, Light 'em Up, which is really good.
Yeah, I have
New,
to listen to it. I haven't got a chance yet.
new Striper album comes out tomorrow.
That's
Yeah.
coming to my house tomorrow.
I got mine
It's
coming tomorrow.
mine
Pre-ordered.
too. Amazon, thank you.
Ralph did a review of
Oh,
it tonight.
shit.
Said it was a great album.
I don't
Actually,
want to see it till I listen to it. Like I
should be in
just got the Creatine or whatever it's called, collection of Risky Business
Criterion.
that Edwin Conestracci did on his YouTube channel, which I promoted today. I got that in the mail. I got it because he said there was an original ending, and I've been waiting to buy that for years. And they fucking put a 4K version out. I said,
Yes,
I'm
they
getting
did.
that shit. He should, because he had that video. I'm gonna watch it first and then see if I agree with his assumptions on the original ending or the one that was in the theaters. Yeah,
Right.
I am ready to go.
go for it, man.
All right, Joe. Number
All right.
11, man.
So it's Prog time, bitches. My number 11, the only reason it's my number 11, it would be higher. But this is an album I've talked about on the show recently, and I had to include it just because it's such an important album to me. I was really tempted to pick another album by this band, but every time I came back to it, I'm like, it has to be Brain Salad Surgery. Like, preface, I limited myself to one album per artist. I couldn't. Like, I needed to make myself pick. But for my top 5, I did pick an honorable mention for my top 5 bands, and I'll talk about that when we get there. But my number 11, Brain Salad Surgery, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I talked about it on the show recently when we did 1973 with Andy, and I mean, it's an amazing album, very important album in my life, and yeah. So my number 11,
Cool.
Brain Salad Surgery, Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
All right, Eric, what do you got?
number 11. I didn't pick an album per se, but just a band. And they might not be progressive, but they influenced a lot of progressive bands. And for me, it's Led Zeppelin. That's
I can
who
see
I
that.
picked.
I can see that.
Because whether you agree or not, you could tell that there's some progressive songs that they released also on their albums that they're not your regular rock and roll stuff. They go heavy, they go complex and everything. And so that's why, because they're not necessarily progressive, I put them at 11, or else they would have been way down the list.
Yeah. Good one.
All right, Andy.
I did the same thing as Joseph. I only picked one per band, which was kind of hard for me to do. But I also didn't pick my favorite by the band, but I picked the proggiest album by the band. With that being said, my number 11 is going to be "Crack the Sky" by the one and only Mastodon. This is really good prog metal. I think this was in 2004. No, it could have been 2004. Has to be.
Maybe it would have been on your 2004 list.
Yeah, it was after, because I saw them in 04 and they were playing the small stage at Ozfest, and that's the first time I saw them. So this was already their third album in. So this is beyond that. But yeah, Mastodon, "Crack the Sky." It's my number 11.
Great live band.
Yeah, I did their great live. I said,
Metal Mike sent me a lot of their stuff, and I'm kind of like, they got better album by album. It's like they were too kind of with a Cookie Monster, and they kind of calmed that down in the later years, and I kind of enjoying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the dual vocals that they started doing.
Well, it's the drummer also that sings, eh?
Yeah.
He's outstanding, man. He's just, I don't know his name there. I'm not familiar, but holy shit, man. I was shocked when I saw it.
And if that's the only change that they made was the drummer. Other than that, they've been original for the past over 20 years. So that says a lot about a band in this day and age, still being attacked. So Mastodon, my number 11.
Cool. All right, Mark, what you got, man?
I love this band. They get a lot of shit. They kind of look boring in concert because the singer just stands in one spot. Tool, Undertow. When I saw that video for Sober, that was fucking creepy as fuck. And Maynard's voice is just so fucking amazing. This album is there isn't a bad Tool album. I will tell you that right now. I haven't heard a bad Tool album. If there is, I don't know it. This band is fucking amazing. And I picked them as my number 11, Undertow. You know, everybody goes to Latterus, but I go to Undertow.
All right, I'm gonna go with the band in Eric's country. I actually really love this album. I remember the video for On the Loose being on MTV all the time. That's how I got into them. I went with Saga, Worlds Apart, man. I love that fucking album, dude. I mean, I got Silent Night, I got that, and what they do after Worlds Apart? I got all three of them, whatever they are. Yeah, just a great album. I mean, there's more than On the Loose. Wind 'Em Up's a good song. Amnesia's a good song. Really under the radar band, dude. I think they're still together too. I think.
Yeah, I did see them live many years ago with Styx. Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But you know what? I always mix Saga with
Sega.
Asia.
Sega.
Yeah. I don't know why. Asia and Saga, I always mix them up.
I don't get them mixed up. There's a big difference, the sounds.
Yeah, I know,
bands.
but like, you know, when you were young and you just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I messed that up, but that Saga was, actually, I completely forgot about that, man. I should have looked into it.
That's
Damn it, Jerry.
Sorry. Well, now you can go look into them now. Put them back in your head.
Definitely, because I don't know. I was thinking about, like, the whole week, I was thinking, who's that fucking Canadian band? And it's not Asia, it's something else, and I just couldn't remember.
Cool band. All right, number 10, Joe.
Eric brought up Styx that he saw it with Styx. I'm seeing Styx this Sunday, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, completely separate issue. My number 10 is the oldest album on my list, and it's actually released before really progressive rock started to become progressive rock. But there was nothing in 1967 that sounded like this, and that is Moody Blues, Days of Future Past.
Oh, that's a good album. I forgot about that.
I mean, this is progressive as hell. I mean, before progressive rock was really any kind of like collected genre, this was a very progressive album. I mean, the big song that everybody knows off this album is Nights in White Satin, one of my favorite songs of all time. But so many, it's a kind of a concept album about moving through a day, about songs about different times of the day. The first track is called The Day Begins, Dawn is a Feeling, Another Morning, Peak Hour, Forever Afternoon, Twilight Time, and then Nights in White Satin. And so it really kind of has a lot of those early themes of prog rock, of like a lot of the musical themes, but also the fact that it's a concept album. And so we would see a lot of that in progressive rock. But really, before progressive rock became a true genre, this is one of those early albums that really influenced a lot of what it would become. And so I had to include it on my list. So that's Moody Blues, Days of Future Past.
Yeah, there was one show, I think it was you, Joseph, that we talked about me doing a deep dive into them. I ended up getting the Greatest Hits CD and listening to it. It was pretty good stuff. I think it was you that.
Yes.
You always get me into bands. You got me into Nazareth. And
Nazareth is awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good fucking pick. I didn't even thought about Moody Blues.
Speaking of Jerry, talking about bands we've been talking about, guess who just announced a show in my area?
Who?
Alan Parsons.
Oh, dude, cool, man. You gotta go see him.
I'm so happy. He wasn't coming around here, and they just announced a show. Like the last show on the tour is going to be in my area.
Oh, dude, you gotta see him. Because he said this is it, no more after this tour. So
yeah, so they're playing him. He's playing
he
he's
played
playing
twice
in Baltimore
around
in
here
November.
too.
Yeah. Good show. He's got a fucking great band.
I was in the middle of moving, so I fucking couldn't see him. I wanted to see that. Fucking love him.
PJ Olson's a great fucking singer. I mean, does a really good job of older Alan Parsons Project songs. Alan Parsons tries to sing some of the hits, but his voice is just okay. It's not the greatest, but he's still He still sounds good live, but he tries.
It's like Steve Lukather trying to sing fucking Toto. It was horrible.
All right, so that was Joe. What about you, Eric?
For 10, another band that is rock and roll, but sometimes considered prog rock, and it influenced a whole bunch of bands after that, is Deep Purple.
Nice.
That's about the two only bands that I picked that are not necessarily prog rock, but come on, guys. Did you ever seen them live? These guys, if you can't count that progressive, I don't know.
Listen to fucking Made Japan, fucking Lazy.
Oh yeah.
I played that last night on that metalstation.com. Great song.
They're just amazing. They're amazing. They're talented beyond talent. I mean, even their new album, -1,
rules.
is so freaking good. I did not expect to like it, and I love it.
Yeah,
And
that new guitar player fits him way better than the other one.
Yeah.
Well, Steve Morse did a great job with him.
But he did, but the new one sounds amazing.
Yeah, it sounds
better.
great. And he did, even Steve Morse said that, but I think the Steve Morse albums are great.
Yeah. I like them. I like Whoosh.
All right, Andy, what do you got, man?
Yeah, the first time I heard this band, I didn't get them. I said, eh. But then as I start to explore music more, I was like, you know what? After I got introduced to prog, I was like, you know what? Maybe I didn't get them the first time because they're proggy and no one's ever considered them as being a progressive band. Maybe they're alternative prog, and maybe they're not even prog at all. But I included them anyway. Jane's Addiction, nothing shocking.
That's a pretty progressive album right there. 3 days.
These guys are awesome.
Oh, not 3 days is on the next album. Yeah,
right. But the extended guitar solos on here.
Who is it?
Extended lyrics.
Jane's Addiction.
Oh.
Dave Navarro is a very underrated guitar player.
Oh, dude, the dude's amazing.
Yes.
So
he did the best Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
So Jane's Addiction. I wasn't too sure about this one, but I said, you know what? It's my list, and I consider it.
It's my list, and fuck you if you don't like it.
Exactly.
Well, I didn't go that far. But nothing shocking by Jane's Addiction.
I love Jane's Addiction.
I do too.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
There's only two bands that can play flute. Heart and fucking Jethro Tull.
Excuse me?
Who's the other flute band?
Genesis.
Oh yeah, but they don't play it as much as those two bands did.
Have you listened to the Peter Gabriel albums?
I think Hearts had like 4 songs where she plays the flute. Man.
Yeah, but it's fucking amazing.
Go back in Genesis.
I know they do,
like,
but
it's on like every song of the Peter
I
Gabriel
know.
You
era.
don't think of flute with Genesis.
I do.
I don't.
Even I do, and I'm not
Even today. Even
Yeah.
today, I was just listening to Genesis like for 3 hours, and all the early stuff, flutes everywhere.
Yeah.
Flute. You can flute this. All right, but I'm picking Jethro Tull Aqualung. I remember
That's
I
a
did
good
a
album.
video. I did a video on fucking what is it called? TikTok, and I was running around like going in a circle in my chair, and I fell back and hit my head on my fucking vinyl fucking shit over there. And people go, "Are you okay?" Fucking fucked up. But yeah, I love Aqualung. There's Thick as a Brick is really good too. So I was like between those two. I picked Aqualung because little girls with battered heads. It's like, what the fuck did that come from? Fucking
I mean, you
weird
gotta
fucking
pick, you
song.
gotta pick a band that's got the metal album of the year. I mean, so you have to pick them, man.
Preston and Manave. Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, that album
I like
sucks.
that album though. I like Farm on the Freeway. I like that album, but it wasn't as good as Justice for All. Metallica, metal is in their name. Come on, but that was my album.
I remember that. Always Metallica was by the stage, ready to come out and get their award. That too. That was hilarious. I mean, they showed the camera of them sitting. Everybody in the world thought they were going to win. But anyway, my next pick is Kansas Left Overture. Man, I mean, you got to fucking have that album on a prog list. Man.
Asshole.
I mean, come on, man. Miracles Out of Nowhere. Come on, Cheyenne Anthem. even Carry On My Wayward Son, still a fucking, it's played out, but it's still a great fucking song.
Oh, it's a great song though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just an incredible album from an incredible band. I hear they just got a new bass player. One of the longtime bass players just quit or something like that.
Did he?
I heard. Yeah.
Kansas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the news just came out today.
Yeah. So I think it was somebody that replaced him a few times before. So it wasn't like it's like new to the band. So you pretty much knew what he was doing. But yeah, I mean, what a great fucking album it is. I mean, I'm sure every one of us owns that fucking album. So
Yeah.
and a lot of Kansas, you own that. Come on, Mark. You don't own that album?
No, I just said yeah.
Oh, you want like that? Like, okay.
That means yeah.
Yeah, incredible fucking record. That's my number 10.
Their last
so
two albums were amazing also. So
they were pretty good.
what do you want me to do?
What do you
Number-
want me to do?
All right, number 9, Joe.
All right. So from the oldest album on my list to the most recent album on my list, and it's sad when my most recent album is from 2008. But
Damn. That's pretty new.
yeah, well, and a couple little teases about this album. This album features guest performances from 2 guitarists that are in bands much higher on my list, and it also features. It is the band of a man who has done remixes of almost every album that we all love. And that is Porcupine Tree, Fear of a Blank Planet.
I never heard it.
It's Steven Wilson that does all the remixes for all the bands and everything. It's his
Black
band.
Sabbath.
It's his band, Porcupine Tree.
Right.
Amazing album. Kind of really heavy at points. Very proggy. Features guest performances from Alex Lifeson and
nice.
Robert Fripp are both on this. Really, really great album. The song Anesthetize is just absolutely phenomenal. Really, really, really great album. If anyone doesn't know of Porcupine Tree or has not heard this album, highly recommend listening to this album. It's a really, really great album. Fear of a Blank Planet.
I'm gonna write it down. Blank Planet.
Yep.
Fear of a Blank Planet.
Yep.
Porcupine what?
Porcupine Tree.
Jeez.
I've heard of the band, but I've never really sat down and heard.
I heard of the band too, but I never sat down and listened to them.
They have 3 really, really good albums in a row that came out in like the early 2000s. This is the third one. It's just really, really good music, and everyone now that doesn't really know them thinks of Steven Wilson as just this guy that produces albums and does all these remixes, because literally there's 2 albums sitting in my pile over here that my CD is the remix done by Steven Wilson. And so he's like really, Porcupine Tree hasn't released an album actually no, they did a couple years ago, but they just got back together not too long ago, and he's been doing a ton of producer and remix work for the past couple of years. He has some really good solo albums as well.
Huh. I'll check that out.
Yeah,
Eric,
I definitely
what do you
will.
got?
For my number 9, I got Supertramp.
Yeah.
Which one? Breakfast in America.
I prefer Crime of a Century.
Ooh, okay.
I really like that album. It's really solid. It's more proggy than Breakfast in America, because I find they weren't as commercialized, and they were on their own. Isn't it their first album? No.
No.
Was that
No,
Crisis or something?
No, that was after.
Was after
Century.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They have indelibly stamped.
Yeah.
But that's what they have. And am I saying that right? Indelibly. French guy. Yeah, but I pick Crime of the Century on that one. I was actually doing my homework the whole week and listening to it today, as I thought it's really solid.
Cool. All right, Andy, what do you got?
Yeah, Joseph had Days of Futures Past, but I went with To Our Children's Children.
Another great album.
As my Moody Blues Prog album. This was in 68 or 69, I think.
I think 69.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not that into my years with them quite yet. But yeah, this is really good, especially the prog element. Um, they weren't sounding like anyone else, and they kind of had a lot of not a lot, but they had a little bit of a pop undertone to their prog. So that's my number 8. That's 8 or 9. 8, right?
9.
9.
Yeah, that's my number 9.
I kind of
All
have
right.
to listen to Moody Blues.
Yeah, dude, they're really good.
Gonna check it
All
out.
right, Mark, what do you got?
Number 9. I'm glad I got this before all you motherfuckers, because you guys motherfuckers are gonna have to pick this album or one of their fucking albums. The Grand Illusion by Styx.
Nope.
Thank God.
I don't
For
have
Jerry.
I don't have a Styx album on my list.
I don't either.
What?
Me either. I didn't
Styx,
even
the
think
Grand
that.
Illusion. You got fucking Fooling Yourself, Angry Young Man. You got the Grand Illusion. You got Castle Walls. My God, that fucking song is amazing.
Fucking
Yeah,
amazing
no,
song.
it's an amazing album. It's my favorite Styx album. I don't really think of them as prog.
That is Prog. That is fucking Prog as fuck.
Okay.
To me, it is.
Yeah.
Even Wikipedia says it's Prog.
I just don't think of them as prog.
I picked the Grand. I almost picked that or Pieces of 8. Just letting you guys know. My 2 favorite albums.
Yeah, they were prog all the way up to Cornerstone, I think. Then they started getting a little, like I wouldn't call Paradise Theater proggy. Kilroy was here. Well,
I wouldn't even call Cornerstone proggy.
Kilroy was here.
I was going to pull out Styx too, but I decided not to.
And that last piece of shit album definitely isn't prog.
Fuck you. Joseph likes it.
We don't agree on everything, I guess. Anyway, okay, Mark, that's your pick. My next pick is ELO's Out of the Blue.
I almost picked that one.
Love that fucking album.
Or
man.
El Dorado. One of those two.
Turn to Stone. What a great fucking opening track that is, man. Just loaded with great fucking songs, man. Sweet Talking Woman. Woo, Sweet Talking Woman. Fucking great fucking killer tunes in that one. Mr. Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Mr. Blue Sky. I mean, just loaded with fucking radio friendly hits. I love Jeff Lynne. I was fortunate enough to see them a few years back, and amazing fucking show, dude. I mean, it's basically Jeff Lynne, but it's still an amazing show.
Well, it's Jeff Lynne's ELO. That's what it's called.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but yeah, I had to put that album on. It's one of my favorite ELO albums. So I definitely had to make the cut, in my opinion. If you get a chance to see them, I think they are touring.
Jeff Lynne's ELO is touring right now. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you get a chance to see them.
I saw them like 3 years ago with Dawes. It was a weird lineup, but I loved it. It was great.
I like that band Dawes. You sent me some of them. They're pretty good, man.
Yeah, well, they opened up for Jeff Lynne's Electric Light Orchestra. I was like, what? Yeah. It was pretty cool because they don't go together at all. I mean, not even close. Yeah. But Dawes is one of my favorite bands. They were opening up for Jeff Lynne. I go, dude, who the hell did this? But yeah, I'll go.
The other thing I didn't like is he didn't bring out the fucking huge spaceship that they did in their earlier years. I was hoping to see that, but
yeah, but he played all the hits, dude. Anything you could possibly think of.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hello. Still, I think my favorite song by Electric Light Orchestra is still "Telephone Line." Love
what a great song.
I always think of fucking Adam Sandler when I fucking hear that song.
I know. But
Steve Buscemi putting the lipstick on.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Heartbreaker of a song.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, Buffalo's up 31-10.
Oh shit. Oh well. Anyway.
Well, just threw a pick 6.
Hey, remember, I think we both picked Miami.
Yeah, we did.
All right, so we're 0-1. It looks like. Okay. Yeah. Joe, what do you got, man? Number 8.
So my next pick is a more recent band. By more recent, I mean their first album is in the 80s. But this is actually a band that a couple of us talked about on Black Spinner Circle a few weeks ago when we were talking about 2004 albums. This is a band that not too many people are familiar with. I love them, and this is one of their kind of mid-era albums with their second vocalist, and that is Marillion with Brave.
I knew we were going to pick a Marillion album.
Really, really, really great album. This is a concept album from 1994. It's one of their darkest albums, and it's just a hell of a cool album. Really atmospheric. Definitely a headphones album. And and this is actually the Steven Wilson remix of this album.
Damn, that
But
dude is everywhere.
yes, very much so. But definitely, this album comes highly recommended for me for definitely my favorite album with their second vocalist, Steve Hogarth. I was going back and forth between picking this and picking one of the albums with their original vocalist. If I did have to pick one, it would be Clutching at Straws, which is the album I recommended Andy for you to listen to.
I did. I got to start somewhere, and when I hit their discography, I was like, "Holy fuck, man!"
A lot of albums,
Yeah.
This is a really great place to. This is actually not a great place to start because this is a hard album to listen to. But once you get into it, it's a really rewarding album, and definitely my favorite Steve Hogarth era Marillion album. So my number 8 is Marillion Brave.
Cool. All right, Eric, what do you got?
Number 8, Yes. And I picked the album 90125 because that is where I discovered Yes.
Same.
And such an amazing album. And by the way, what's his name? John
Anderson.
Yeah, he just released an album, eh?
Yep.
Really good stuff. Really good stuff. And the Band Geeks.
Band Geeks.
Yeah, it's really good.
I was hoping for an ARW album.
Yeah, would love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That live album was really good.
Yeah, I had a chance to see them and I blew it. So I kind of regret not seeing that. I would have loved to have seen them in concert.
Yeah, that would have been great.
I did. I was fortunate. That was my very first concert, 9012 Live, man. I still remember it vividly, man. What a show it was, man. Incredible. So thank you, Mary, my oldest sister. Appreciate that. My other sister, Amy, took me to Night Ranger about a week or two after that. So I have 2 cool sisters.
That's nice.
Anyway, okay. Andy, what do you got, man?
So, it seems like Joseph and I might be picking the same bands, but different albums. That's great. I went with their second album by Emerson, Lake and Palmer, their heaviest in my opinion. And I'm going with Tarkus. I absolutely love Tarkus, especially side 1, which is just Tarkus. It's the whole track. It's what you expect from a prog rock album. The opening track is almost 20 minutes of just beauty. So Tarkus is
great album.
I think Andy froze.
Andy froze.
Yeah,
you did that. You did that on purpose.
Paused.
I really like the gatefold in the inside too.
Wow, that's wicked.
It's pretty badass. It's a really good album. I know that a couple of y'all aren't that much into Emerson, Lake and Palmer, except for the hits, because that's where I started was their hits. I want to hear more. And Tarkus is just an album that I play more from them. So that's what I got.
Mark, what do you
got? Somebody already picked Kansas Leftoverture. So
you're still allowed to pick it.
I mean, yeah, really. I know I'm still allowed to pick it. That's
Eric, you'll find out that Mark has a complex that he's convinced he cannot pick anything that anyone else has picked.
I try not to.
I mean, Mark has always ridden my coattails, man.
Or if somebody picks something, he'll go, "Oh, I knew you picked that, so it's not on my list."
I think he has like 10 extra ones on the
side.
But
I did want to pick what he picked, the 90215, but I didn't pick it because I didn't feel it was like a true Yes prog album. I do have a Yes album on here though.
Changes? Come on, that's pure prog.
That's definitely
it can happen.
Song on
it can happen. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, and City of Love, yeah, there's lots of great songs on that album, but there's just one true Yes prog album to me. So that wasn't it.
I wasn't too sure if that was Yes on that album or the Go-Go's.
Shut up.
I didn't know.
or if the Buggles were still hanging around.
Right? God damn, man.
Oh, okay.
You know what? You just leave it, Andy. Just leave it.
I know. I just like picking.
I think the lines have been drawn in the sand, Mark.
That's all right.
Yeah, me and Jerry are on the Trevor side. He's on the Steve Howe side. But my album was going to be a Steve Howe album. Spoiler alert. So there you go.
I almost picked Talk.
Oh, I love that album.
That's a good album.
It is. It's a great album. I love that album.
Big Generator.
Andy hates Talk.
I know Andy hates Talk.
Union's a great fuck. Well, the Trevor side.
The Trevor stuff is great on Union. Yeah.
Union's a hit and miss, but anyway.
All right.
To Jerry.
My next pick is from a band who's written one of the most heartfelt, emotional, one of the saddest songs, especially if somebody dies. If you hear this song, it makes you cry. Actually, it still makes you cry sometimes if you're in a bad mood. It's Turn of a Friendly Card by the Alan Parsons Project, man. That song, Time. Holy shit. If there's ever a song that doesn't really, I mean, there you are. I mean, what a great fucking album. And then fucking Turn of a Friendly Card. It's like 6 parts that are, all of them are awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Chris Rainbow, man. He was another great singer for them. Yeah, it's got Time and Games People Play. That's another fucking great tune. Where do we go from here now that all of them? Sorry, I do a Marc here.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, I actually love that band. Eye in the Sky is another great fucking album. Eve's another great fucking album. It's just loaded with great fucking albums, man. So and like you said, Joseph, go see him, man. Are you going to see him?
Yes.
All right, there you go. Cool.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Good tour. All right, number 7, Joe.
All right. Well, I had to pick him. He's on every one of my lists. But what album? What is the most progressive Frank Zappa album? And I picked an album that I really love. There's a lot of really great tracks, and it's definitely, the more I think about it, it's definitely his most progressive album.
Which one?
Well, Andy, there's a song on this album named after you.
Okay.
One Size Fits All.
I would have gone with Shake Your Booty, but that was me.
Yeah. But I mean, Inca Roads is one of his most prog songs. Andy is a really prog song. I mean, what else? Florentine Pogin's a kind of progressive kind of song.
Yeah.
I mean, The Sofa Suite, really good. Like, this is definitely, like, it's for anyone who is not a Frank Zappa fan but is a progressive rock fan, which I don't know how you wouldn't be, but definitely check this album out. It's his most progressive album, One Size Fits All. Right in the heart of the like peak period of Frank Zappa. That run in the mid to late 70s is just untouched in his discography, and this is right in there with what a lineup of musicians. I mean, Napoleon Murray Brock and George Duke and Ruth Underwood and Chester Thompson still in the band, and just so many amazing musicians that are on this album. And this is right before Terry Bozzio comes in. And just what a great time for Frank Zappa, and what a musically diverse and really, really rewarding period for him. So and One Size Fits All.
What's so weird about One Size Fits All, it doesn't even try to be prog.
Nope.
It's just Zappa.
Yep.
It's just whatever he wanted to do at that time and period.
Yep.
Because he'll keep changing. Because that was a big departure from what he was doing with Accusation and Apostrophe's Breakthrough. And then he comes out with that, which, like you said, it was in the heart of prog period, but it wasn't even trying to be prog.
Yeah.
It just turned out that way. It's awesome. Yeah.
All right, Eric, what do you got?
Number 7, I'm going Canadian with Crown Lands and the album Fearless. These guys, if you haven't heard of Crown Lands,
Chris Sinzak got me into that band. Really, they sound like Rush.
Yeah, if you love Rush, you're gonna love Crown Lands.
Except there's 2 members.
Yeah, there's 2 guys.
2 guys.
And one guy doing bass, keyboard, and guitar at the same time, and the drummer is playing drums and singing at the same time. And they're so freaking good. It's unbelievable. And seeing these 2 live is even crazier, because you're wondering, how the fuck is he doing that? And it's just amazing. Right? It's, you guys got to check out Crown Lands, and especially the album Fearless. If you haven't heard of it yet, check it out.
All right.
Really good stuff.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm through with them arguing about Yes, and I apologize.
No, dude, it's cool. I don't take any offense. It's funny as shit.
Oh, I don't either, dude.
No, we don't care, dude. We don't care. I hate Slayer, and a lot of people get on me.
Look what I said about Poison earlier. It's like, go ahead, man. It's no big deal.
All right. My next one, this was prog for me, and when I was introduced to this band, and also Joseph saw them maybe last week, if I'm not mistaken. Smashing Pumpkins' debut album, Gish.
Nice. Oh, that's a great
I
album.
didn't even think about that.
Dude, just such a good album. I
Holy
mean,
shit.
just the guitar solos alone, it's fantastic. And 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 when you saw them, Joseph, there's absolutely no tapes there because they actually have 4 guitar players on stage
Yep.
Yep.
to take care of what Billy does in the studios and put on album. They employ 4 guitar players to fill in that sound, and it's awesome. It's
And
awesome.
damn, that
they're
female
really good.
guitarist is hot.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
she's great.
Kiko. I've been
Kiko.
following her for like 6 years
Oh,
on
yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah,
She
me
can
too.
fucking
She
play.
is hot.
Yeah.
She wails.
I
Hot,
show you her,
good.
Jerry?
Huh?
Saw
I think
it.
you're the one that showed me to her years
Yeah, I
ago,
showed you
think.
Kiko
Yeah.
long ago. She's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
saw-
fucking. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
No, I said I saw them a month ago at Oshiaga Live, and yeah, she kicks ass. Very good
There are-
live band.
There are a lot of great female guitar players out there
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, man.
There
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't get nearly the recognition they deserve, man.
Yeah, no,
It's a shame.
Smashing Pumpkins were great live. I'm still not really that into them as a band,
right.
and I do like some of their early stuff. I checked out. I do like some of that stuff, but I cannot deny that they were phenomenal live.
They're really good. If you want to know about like a good rock band from Japan, it's all female. They're called Love Bites. You should hear the guitarist on that band. I forgot her name, but holy shit, could she fucking play? She's amazing.
But yeah, Gish. I remember when I first heard it when I was introduced to the Pumpkins, and this was right before they hit it big with Siamese Dreams. But dude, it was so much like I was saying about Jane's Addiction. It was different from everything else out there. Just that they were lumping them in with the grunge sound,
They
and
were grunge.
there were nothing like that. It was complete opposite. They were from the Midwest. They're from Chicago, first of all, and Billy Corgan was raised on Rush and Zeppelin and Sabbath.
Yep. He was in a Rush documentary From the Lighted Stage. He was like talking about fucking a song that he actually like melted with his mom, like bonded over a song.
Yeah.
Entre Noir. I think that was the song that he fucking
Entre
gave his
Nous.
mom the lyrics. Entre Noir. Yeah.
And
Entre
that's
nous.
where he builds his riffs from. You know, and it's fantastic. So, Gish by Smashing Pumpkins. Hey guys, excuse me, I'll be right back. Y'all go ahead.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
I got somebody already picked Crime of the Century. It's got the best Supertramp song on there of all time. School. God damn, that album fucking rules. I fucking love that. Is my go-to fucking Supertramp album. I go back to that album more than fucking Breakfast in America. And fucking What Crisis. They're all good.
Yeah.
Even the fucking Brother Where Are You Bound is fucking cool. Cannonball. But fucking this is the album that when I heard School, like on Jim Ladd playing that on Sirius XM, I was like, God damn, I like Supertramp, but that made me love Supertramp. Just hearing that song School. It has so many intricate parts to it. It's just so fucking amazing. The vocals are great. And that was what made me a Supertramp fan, was Crime of the Century, man. Love that fucking album too.
All right, my pick is Jesus, man. I'll always remember this moment when I first was introduced to this band. I was sitting there drinking my coffee, ready to go to work. I think I was like 20, 21. I don't know what it was. When MTV actually played music videos, I heard this amazing fucking song called Pull Me Under. We know what band that is. Dream Theater, dude. And that was right around the time I turned 21. I started going to clubs, and that fucking album was everywhere. That song was everywhere, man. So I bought the album. It was just an amazing fucking album. Under a Glass Moon, just fucking, loaded with great tunes. It's still my favorite Dream Theater. I don't think they've ever matched that album yet, but they have great albums still, don't get me wrong.
I just agree with you.
Well, when you discover a band for the first time, dude, you kind of like,
well, that's where I discovered them, but I don't think that's their best album. Well, I have one coming up later.
What album is that off from?
Images and Words, but Pull Me Under. Yeah.
Okay.
But Yeah, I think
go
it's
ahead.
it's 4:30 in the fucking morning. I used to open where I worked at. I was working at Burger King at the time. So, you hear this fucking song, it totally woke me up, and I was amazed. I remember calling my friends later and say, dude, come over to my house. We're gonna wait for hours until this video comes on. It's a great fucking song. And when they heard it, they were just fucking blown away by it. It's still, one of my favorite Dream Theater songs. So Pull Me Under by Dream Theater. I mean,
That's an
Images and
awesome
Words by
song.
Dream Theater.
That's an awesome song.
All right, number 6, Joe.
Well, I guess I'll be the first one to do it.
No.
Atmospheres.
Yeah, I didn't pick that. I almost did.
Britney
Then-
Spears, huh?
Britney Spears, yeah.
No, I said hemispheres.
No, I'm saying Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is the most progressive Rush album. Cygnus
It
Book
is
2, a full 18-minute suite. Then you got Circumstances, my all-time favorite Rush song. The Trees, which is a beautiful song. And then La Via Strangiato, which one of the greatest instrumentals ever written.
That's awesome.
And
I
Yeah.
agree with you.
right there. It's not my
Beautiful
favorite.
song.
It's not my favorite Rush album, but it's my favorite progressive Rush album. So, Hemispheres.
I
All
think
right,
me and
Eric,
Mark
yes.
is gonna have the same one. Okay, my
No,
numbers.
it might not be.
We'll see. My number 6. Well, Jerry just mentioned them. Dream Theater. I'm picking the first album, which is called Metropolis Part 2: Scenes from a Memory.
That's not their first album.
It's not.
No,
That's like their fifth
Images
album.
and Words. Images and
Okay,
Words. is
no,
the first
no,
no,
album.
not
their
their
first.
first-
No,
No?
they had another
They
singer.
had another
before
singer
that.
first.
Okay, I must have fucked up. This one's done in 1999. I
Yeah,
was
that's
listening to
way
it today.
past the first album, dude.
Yeah, their
Okay,
first album,
I
Way
came out-
past
apologize.
Images
their
and
first album
Words,
came out in
Awake.
the 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just trying to look and I couldn't remember because there's one called Image and Words 1992.
Where's
I thought that
Al
was
at
their-
when I
thought
need
that
him?
was their first one.
Yeah.
No,
Al,
they had
where are you?
yeah, they had another singer before.
Oh
Yeah, they had a
shit! You
singer
know
before
what?
Jason Mraz.
Sorry, it is Images and Words. That's the one I was listening to today, and I thought it was fantastic.
It's called When Dream and Day Unite from 1989. That's our first album.
Okay, so
I don't even listen to it because James isn't on it. I don't care
Now,
for it.
It's not a great album.
No, it isn't. It's horrible.
here's the thing: what Images and Words?
No,
no,
When
no.
Dream and
No, their first album.
That's I was listening to this today, and I thought it
No,
was
Images
amazing.
and Words is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
amazing album. Yeah.
So I got a question for you. Okay, they're coming to Montreal, right? Live.
Go.
And the tickets on sale on the front row were $360 up to $500. And I said, okay, those are the pre-sale tickets. Now tomorrow they're gonna sell the rest of the tickets. You think $150 is too much?
No,
They're-
It's their first tour that Portnoy's been back with
Yeah.
them in
Yeah, that
Yeah.
might be good.
15 years.
The only thing is they're not playing in an arena. They're playing in a freaking small venue of
Yeah.
Well, that's
3,000
awesome
people.
then.
They're playing down here, up here. They're playing it like a club.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like they're not even
So-
playing it. They're not even playing a theater up here.
yeah, they played the Ryman here though when they came by.
They're,
Yeah,
play,
us,
they're playing
it's,
like they're playing a venue with like no seats up here.
Oh shit! No, us it's an amphitheater and everything. It's
Mhm.
like one of the best sounding theater we have in Montreal, and I want to go, but fuck, do I spend that much money? Like, I don't want to spend 300. Forget about that. Like, but if I see one at 150, I'm debating. You know, have any of you ever seen them live or?
I've never seen them live.
I've not.
I want to see them live.
Yeah, because it looks like they could be really good.
Yeah, I mean, 150
Um,
is my limit unless maybe Led Zeppelin got back together.
Dude,
maybe.
I
don't
paid
know.
250 for Sammy Hagar because fucking Bob
Ugh.
didn't tell me how much it was. That was a great show, though. that was one of the best
You-
shows I've seen in a long
You
time.
paid $249.99 too much, man.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
dude, I enjoyed it.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
I'm
The
planning on
only-
going and seeing Dream Theater next year as well when they come around.
The only band I would pay top dollars for is Rammstein live.
Oh man, that's a fucking show right there, man. You don't
That-
even have to like them and like their show.
No,
dude.
no, that
Seriously.
show is fucking mind blowing. You leave there, you're like, what the fuck did I just
The
watch?
fucking bazooka when he shoots that rockets out and the lights go all
Yeah.
the fucking way. It's just amazing, dude. Yeah. I've never seen him. I just saw concerts on video. Just wow, man. What a show.
Yeah, when you're there, it's a different ball game.
And I think they still sell out stadiums. I think,
Yeah, they
man.
sell out everywhere. They just finished their tour and now they're stopping for 2 years.
Yeah.
They're taking it easy. And then, but Till is touring now because he has his own album and now he's touring. He's coming to Toronto, but I can't afford it. It's too much money.
I can't afford a lot of them nowadays, man. It's just out of my price.
Well, I
range.
didn't
ready
expect to pay $250 for Sammy Hagar. He
Right.
didn't tell me till he bought the damn ticket. I wouldn't have paid that. Just letting you guys know.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, he bought it, so I said, "Fuck, I guess I'll have to pay you now." Billy Joel was a lot cheaper.
All right, Andy, what do you got, man, for number 6?
All right. Now I'm not fucking around. Now
I'll be back. I gotta pee.
here we go with the cream of the crop. I know
TMI.
that I have already I've sent out like another album by this band more, but when it comes to the prog element, it changes. So Genesis Foxtrot. Amazing album. Supper's Ready. It's just, I mean, it's the best prog album that they made. I know that I do like Selling England by the pound more, but when it comes to the prog element, I'm going to go with Foxtrot. And I saw excuse me, I'm sorry. I saw the great Steve Hackett play this album back in April from a beginning to end. So Foxtrot's my.
Do you like it when bands and people do that, play a whole album? Do you like that?
I like it.
I love
Except
it.
when Queensryche did Operation Mindcrime 1 and 2. I did like Mindcrime,
Gross.
but 2 was horrible. But at least I did get to see Dio come out.
I was
and
going to
sing
say, at
Dr.
least we
X.
saw Dio.
I've gotten to see a lot of bands recently do full albums. I got to see Queensryche do the EP in the Warning. I got to see Steve Hackett do Foxtrot. I just got to see Green Day do Dookie and American Idiot. I love when bands do that, especially like when they theme it around like a specific year. Slipknot's doing that with their debut album right now. I got to see Kix do Blow My Fuse in its entirety.
It's like a dream come true when they play one of your favorite albums
Exactly.
live.
Yeah,
Well, when I saw Rush on Time Machine, they did fucking moving pictures. And I got to see Witch Hunt and fucking The Camera Eye. That was fucking amazing.
There's
Great
a DVD,
Blu-ray, by the way. Get it.
There's a DVD of Styx doing the Grand Illusion and Pieces of Eight in their
I have
entirety,
it.
man. Oh,
I
dude,
wanted
that's
that
great-
one. I didn't have the money
great
at that time.
fucking show,
I
man.
have the version that has the DVD and the 2 CDs, so I have it on audio too.
Yeah, I got it
Ooh, I
too.
want
Yeah,
that.
it's fucking awesome.
And when the Eagles went out and did Hotel California, but
Right.
it was
Yep.
too damn expensive. But dude,
It
I
is.
wanted to go hear Hotel California because that's one of my top.
Well, I mean, I think they do everything on Hotel California anyway. I think.
I
just
know,
not
but
in
the whole
order.
thing and
Right.
it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great fucking. I mean, that album is fucking Eagles rule, man.
So that's my pick is Foxtrot by Genesis.
All right, Mark. Oh, sorry, Andy. Mark, you're next.
Oh, I think there must be some misunderstanding in Duchess and Man of Our Times. Duke, Genesis. Fucking great prog album. Fucking love that album. I could have picked Abacab, but it has that one song on there. Who Done It? Who Done It?
Oh,
that's a horrible song. And this album does not have a horrible song on it. I could have picked Genesis self-titled album, but it had a lot of pop on there with Illegal Alien and stuff like that. But it did also have Home by the Sea.
Oh, that song is
Second
fucking
Home by the
awful.
Sea.
Yeah.
Illegal Alien. That's
Hey,
I
hey,
love
Mark, just letting you know, the Styx DVD, the Grand Illusion Pieces of 8 DVD, is $9 on Amazon right now.
Oh shit, I'm getting that.
With free shipping.
Yep.
Oh, I'm getting that. Fuck yeah.
Got to pay those California taxes though, probably on it.
I guess not that bad.
it might be a
So get
$9.
Genesis Duke is my number 8, number 6.
6.
That's a good album.
All right.
That's my favorite.
Speaking of
Duke.
Duke, speaking of Duke, it made me think of Dutch and rest in peace to Chan McQueen. He's one of the original Cobra Kai members on the Karate Kid. He was a real asshole in that movie. He died today. I don't know what he died of, but it's kind
Oh,
of
did he
sad.
really? Oh, that's
Son,
why
son of Steve McQueen, of course.
Yeah.
You know, I guess he got into racing and followed his, and I think his dad was a racer too, if I
He
remember
looks
right.
just like his dad.
Kind of cool. It's kind of sad. That's the second guy from the original Cobra Kai to die. But anyway, back to the show. I will raise your hemisphere and call you on Moving Pictures from Rush. Yeah, hemispheres might be a little more proggy, but Moving Pictures is proggy too.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, absolutely probably one of the best instrumentals ever written in the history in YYZ. And you've got, of course, Tom Sawyer, which you hear every fucking day. Red Barchetta.
And I still don't get sick of it.
No,
I don't get sick of any Rush album, by the way.
It's my second favorite Rush album behind Presto.
Maybe Test for Echo.
Time.
I think that's a low album on Totem Pole for me.
Yeah, I mean it's a radio friendly album with Limelight and stuff like that. But
Camera Eye is one of the proggiest songs they did.
Yeah, when I saw that live, it's like amazing. It's like, damn.
I will never understand how Ralph hates that song.
I don't understand either.
I don't. If people get on me, well, how can you not like Joey Belladonna and Anthrax? I'm like,
I don't get on you like that. I understand that.
No, a lot of people do. They look at me like, "What are you fucking moron?"
I just don't like Anthrax.
You like John Bush Anthrax better.
I like John Bush Anthrax, but that's not really
the only
album.
I do like the John Bush era, but I only go back to their first album when I want to hear Anthrax.
Yeah. Dude, Stop 442. Great fucking second album with him, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking American Pompeii. I Dropped the Ball. Fucking great album, dude. Fucking Fuel.
This Full Metal. It's like, the only one I really go back to.
Fuck that album. That's the worst Anthrax album ever.
What?
Enjoy it, Jerry.
I will enjoy. I think Ralph did an interview with that singer.
He did
a while
back. That album is like one of the worst albums I've ever heard in my life. But enjoy it.
All right. Of course, Danny Elfman's better, of course.
Boingo Boingo rules? Yes, he does.
All right. Anyway, let's
Top
get into
five.
top five, man. The meat of the potatoes here. Come on.
Yeah.
What do you got, Joe?
So, this is the band that I had the hardest time picking an album for. And I originally was going to go with the album that Jerry and Eric both picked. And I'm like, I feel like I need to pick something different because that's the one that I always go to as my favorite Dream Theater album. And I'm like, I want to pick something different. So I was thinking, do I pick Metropolis? Do I pick Train of Thought? What do I pick? So I settled on the one that does all of it and more. And so my pick for Dream Theater is 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence.
That's a good one.
I absolutely love this album. You get the best of both worlds on it. You get Disc 1, which is like a great album all on its own. You have Glass Prison, Blind Faith, Misunderstood, Great Debate, and Disappear, which are all amazing tracks.
Great tracks.
And then on Disc 2, you have basically a mini concept album, which the title track, 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, it's a 42-minute song broken up into like 8 parts, all about like mental health issues. And I think that's a really important topic. They cover like 6 different mental health disorders and like really like from the perspective of people with those disorders, talking about multiple personality disorder and PTSD and postpartum depression, just depression in general, autism, like just different types of mental health. And it really like presents a great kind of view of these people, and the music is just amazing, and it's a really great kind of cohesive track. And so really this album is like the best of all worlds for Dream Theater. It's one of the only times where I've ever seen a double album that both discs could stand on their own as their own albums, and yet it also works great as a double album. And so that is my pick for Dream Theater, is 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence.
A great pick.
All right. Eric.
Number 5, Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizard. I thought at the beginning when I heard Easy Living, I thought it was Deep Purple.
Yeah.
I thought, is this Deep Purple? No, it's Uriah. Fuck, I can't say that word. Uriah Heep.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that album. And I was listening to it today, like The Wizard and, Circle of Hands. I freaking love this album. It's really, really good. I just thought, yeah, you know what? This goes number 5. It just, because I wasn't decided on where to put it. And then the more I was into it, I go, holy shit, this is really, really good. So it just came down the list and ended up number 5 for me, man. It's just awesome.
Good one. Yeah, that's
All
good.
right, Andy.
Yeah. My number 5. It's gonna be Yes.
90125.
Yeah. Fragile.
That's a great album right there. I almost picked that one.
My pick for the band Yes. It's just such a good album. I absolutely love it. It just flows so well. Starts off with, of course, with Roundabout, and then goes on from there. Just pure magic. So Yes, with Fragile.
Do any of your guys' albums have that old album smell to it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's almost like a mold smell, but it's not mold. It's just a weird smell. And
It's
of course,
mildew.
of course, the circle, for the indented circle.
Yeah. It smells like a record store.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Mark. I'm sorry, Andy. Go ahead.
In fact, my friend, for Christmas, she bought me a candle that smells like a record store, and it sure as hell did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she said that she found it on Amazon, so I gotta look again because I don't do candles at all because it's girly. But I burned the shit out of that one though.
You don't want to buy Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle?
God.
If I do and it smells like tuna, man, I'm taking it back, man.
Yeah,
I just had to put that in there.
Oh my God.
The stadium in Miami is like almost completely empty. So that's sad for week 2. All right. That's
all right. Mark.
Well, everybody's picking different Dream Theater albums, and I'm one of them. I think this was the last one with Mike Portnoy on it. Black Clouds and Silver Linings.
Yep.
Fucking 6 songs, 75 minutes. Nightmare to Remember, A Rite of Passage, fucking Shattered, fucking Fortress, like in the Best of Times, The Count of Tuscany. Great album, but then they had a 3-disc special edition where they had Stargazer, Tenement, fucking Flick of the Wrist, Odyssey, fucking great fucking To Tame a Land by Iron Maiden.
But covers shouldn't count, Mark.
No, but I'm just saying, but the 3-disc version had that, but
it does.
But the main album is fucking amazing as it is. I love fucking Black Clouds and Silver Linings.
It's not one of their best albums, I don't think.
Well, I would have picked that or the one with Best I Can, whatever it was.
As I Am?
As I Am, yeah.
What are we talking about Queensryche here? Or?
No, As I Am, As I Am,
Train of Thought, yeah.
Train of Thought's fucking a hard album. I love that album.
Yeah.
It's like one of their shortest albums too. Weird.
Yep.
All right. I am going to agree with Mark for a change and Sixth Grand Illusion, man. Fucking great album, dude. I mean, you mentioned the songs, Castle Walls, Man in the Wilderness, Fooling Yourself. The Grand Illusion, that song itself is awesome. Of course, Come Sail Away. I wouldn't call Come Sail Away a prog song. It's definitely a power. I don't know what you call that one. I guess it's kind of a power ballad. I don't know.
It's a mix.
Great fucking song.
It's a very mixed. Yeah, it's a mix of things.
Yeah, but there's definitely a lot of prog element on that album. It's my favorite by them. I mean, they could do no wrong back then with that and Pieces of Eight. I mean, back to back, just 2 fucking major fucking. I mean, they were like, I think they had the first band to have 3 back to back double platinum or triple platinum, something like that. I can't remember.
4.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, it was Cornerstone and Paradise Theater too, right? All the 4 of those, right? Gotcha. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna put Equinox, but that's more proggy probably than Grand Illusion. But I like the Grand Illusion more, so fuck it. It's my fucking list.
So you're allowed.
So that's my number 5. Let's go with number 4, Joe.
Oh, well.
Opposite. That might show up on my list.
That
Maybe.
won't show up on my list.
This was another one. My top 5 all were like, what album do I pick? And this is the one I settled on. I mean, Shine On You, Crazy Diamond.
Okay.
Welcome to the Machine. Welcome to the Machine.
The title track even is very.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing album. I mean, yeah. We reviewed it. What more can you say about this album?
That was a great episode.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, that was one of the most fun episodes I've ever done.
That was, yes.
But
that
yeah,
was.
what more can you say about it? It's Wish You Were Here. What more can you say about it?
Exactly. All right, Eric.
All right, my number 4 is what Marc picked before, Tool and Undertow.
Nice.
Although I don't like the singer, I love the band.
I love Maynard.
I can't stand him. A fucking guy that just stands in the back behind the drums and
Well, I
sings.
talk about live, but on the albums, he sounds great.
Does he really?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
just
yeah, he
stands there.
does.
He
When I
doesn't
went
do
to see
anything.
him, he had the drums and then 2 fucking platforms right beside him. He would stand there looking in the back, and then the lasers were there and the illusion with the screen. It was a fun show, but that takes the element away, and then calling us a bunch of assholes because we take pictures. Like, fuck off, dude. That's not cool.
Well, when I saw him in '97, he was front and center.
Yeah.
I mean, almost falling off the stage. He was so much in the front.
I have no idea what happened to him, but look, they're amazing though. They're such a great band. And Undertow, holy shit, man. What a fucking great song. Even the song is great. Sober is my favorite off the album.
Yeah.
Intolerance, I love. Crawl Away. Every song I like on the album almost.
Cool.
There's just sometimes, they have those sounds that they do this for 2 minutes, just a fucking.
Yeah.
It's a bit annoying, but take that away. They're awesome.
Awesome. All right, Andy.
This band has tried to recreate this album right here. They've tried to recreate it for the past 30 years, and they've failed miserably at it. Power Slave by Iron Maiden.
Great album.
One of their
That's the best album they have.
And as
Prog, Beast is the best.
Oh no, I do like Number of the Beast better, but this was their prog metal element shining through. Power Slave, my number 4.
I love that album. It's my favorite from Iron Maiden. I
That's
know
my
Number
third
of the
favorite.
Beast is awesome, but as far as like everything goes that's combined on that album is just production.
Mine is Peace of Mind.
The title track and Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner are probably the 2 proggiest songs they ever did.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so good. And it's the last time I can say that about Iron Maiden.
Yeah, they've been trying to recreate Power Slave.
Yes.
And
Ever
they can't.
since. Ever since.
All right, Mark.
Yeah, I didn't pick Trevor Rabin. I was listening to this album last week, and I go, oh my God. We all talk about Pink Floyd with the stereo separation. Listen to Yours Is No Disgrace by fucking Yes. It's like wah, 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 wow, 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 wah, 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 bow, 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 bow. Fucking Yours Is No Disgrace. You got Starship Trooper. God, those 2 songs alone make this one of the greatest prog albums of all time. The Yes album.
Yeah.
Fucking rules.
I couldn't decipher in between Fragile and the Yes album.
Well, we were talking about Pink Floyd in that Pink Floyd episode with me, you, Joseph, and it's like, and Jerry on Freeform. It's fucking, we were talking about how Pink Floyd did that stereo separation. Yes, did the same shit, motherfuckers, but you guys overlooked them. Fucking great shit. I love it.
Cool. All right, number 4 is I agree with Mark about Yes, but I am agreeing with Eric and going for 90125.
Of course you do.
Look, of course I am. It's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Me
It's one of
too,
my favorite
but
guitar players. I mean, Hearts, come on, that's a fucking prog song. Changes, that's a fucking prog song. It Can Happen, that's a prog song. Hearts is a prog song. Owner of a Lonely Heart even has prog elements to it.
Yeah,
I
they were
mean,
still a prog band.
Yeah.
I mean,
It just got more popular with that album. It's
yeah. Oh, that album
it's
was a
the album
monster.
I discovered them. It's an amazing album.
Yeah. I mean, Leave It. Come on. I don't. That's prog because it's never been done before. That's definitely progressive. I mean, come on. Amazing
Yeah.
album.
It's definitely a progressive album.
Yeah, I think so too. A lot of people don't though. They think it's like rock, just mainstream pop rock. And I'm like, really?
I mean, it's definitely poppier than anything else they had done at that point.
Nothing sounded like that back in that time. I don't know, in my opinion. But anyway, that's my number 5. Let's go
Number
4.
three.
I mean, excuse me. 3. Joseph.
All right. Well, this could possibly be the first big progressive album to ever be released, and that is the epic In the Court of the Crimson King from King Crimson, the album that really launched a genre, I would say. I mean, just 21st Century Schizoid Man, Epitaph, The Court of the Crimson King, Moonchild, I Talk to the Wind, Robert Fripp's guitar playing on here, Greg Lake's vocals. I mean, it's incredible musicianship, epic songs, atmosphere, everything. And it really is what kind of started the whole genre. And I think that what a great way to start the genre. And I think King Crimson is an amazing band. And it's hard to believe that they never, in my opinion, topped their debut album. But my number 3 is In the Court of the Crimson King.
Completely forgot about that.
All right, Eric.
Yes, my number 3 is Pink Floyd and Delicate Sounds of Thunder. I mean, that album I played over and over and over. I just think it's outstanding.
Thank you, because a lot of people shit on that album. I love that album.
I don't care what people say, man. I just, holy shit, Shine On You Crazy Diamond, Yet Another Movie, Sorrow, come on, Learning to Fly. I look, Dogs
Shine
of
On You
War.
Crazy Diamond was on Wish You Were Here.
Yeah, but it's on this one too.
He's talking about the live album.
Delicate
the
Sound
live
of
album.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Delicate Sound.
Delicate Sound of
The
Thunder.
Dogs of War is this like I know it's a live album and everything, but holy fuck, everything on it is just so amazing.
Dogs of War is awesome. Yeah.
Just even the production of it and everything, the sound is so fucking perfect. It's just beautiful.
I think the best song on that album is One Slip. I love that fucking tune.
One Slip rules.
Yeah.
Cozy Pal played on Dogs of War, by the way.
And Peter Gabriel's bassist. I always forget his fucking name. Levin.
Tony
Levin. Yeah.
Tony
the bass
Levin.
player. The master of the Chapman stick, man.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, Andy, excuse me.
It's Andy. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that I was gonna have a Rush album on here, but which one? Which Rush was I gonna go to?
Let me guess. I'm going to pick Moving Pictures.
Moving Pictures.
Signals?
2112.
Oh,
2112.
That's only half a progressive album, though.
Yeah, but that progression side is one of the most.
It is.
Oh,
it
yeah.
is. That's why I didn't pick it though, because it's only half.
Yeah, but still, I mean, the songs on side 2, Passage to Bangkok, Twilight Zone, great stuff. Really good songs. Hey, if y'all can pick 90125.
You said you were done talking shit about that. Lies.
but then y'all said I can. So
I don't care.
That's true. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
But no, but Rush 2112. I remember the first time I saw Rush. I was 18 years old, and it was the first time I drove out of Corpus Christi and into San Antonio. And I got there late, but man, as soon as I walked into the Alamo Dome, they were just starting 2112. I was like, dude, what a great great luck. And since then, I saw them at least 3 more times. But
nice.
Yeah, 2112 is my number 3 album.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
Well, it's like I said on our 3-in-1 episode where we did Pink Floyd. We did Metal, Wish You Were Here, and Animals, right?
Animals. Yeah.
Yep.
Guess what my favorite Pink Floyd album is?
Animals.
So I picked Animals. No, I didn't pick The Wall. I like The Wall, but that isn't the greatest prog album of all time to me. I picked Animals. I love fucking dogs. and dogs rules. And that's why I love Animals the best.
Right. I didn't think The Wall was a prog album.
No.
I think it was more of a rock, a rock opera, or a rock.
Yeah.
It was prog. It was totally prog.
That's why I didn't. It's not.
Don't Leave Me Now. That's a very proggy song.
It is, but it isn't. It's not as proggy as their
it's
earlier
listed
stuff.
as one of the greatest prog albums of all time.
It's because it's a concept album and it's because it's Pink Floyd.
I would accept it as being a prog album, but I hear what you're talking about. I mean, Comfortably Numb is not even close to being. Well,
that's a prog song.
Another Brick in the Wall.
Yeah, Young Lust.
Don't leave me now. Come on, that's prog.
Okay, one song out of 26.
The Trial.
Don't get me wrong,
but it's a concept album.
The Wall.
Regular rock albums don't do concept albums. We could have picked the Who Tommy. The Tommy's a progressive album.
Yeah.
Mark, The Wall is my favorite Pink Floyd album, but it was not on this list. That's where you need to be.
It wasn't on my list either.
Okay.
It was Animals. There you go.
All right, you guys are gonna love my next three. I agree with Mark. Animals, man, love that fucking album, dude.
Oh yeah, it is.
Nice.
Dogs, fucking pigs, 3 different ones, sheep. Just that's why we had to do with 3 different albums because there's only like 5 songs on each of those albums.
Yeah.
But man, what great songs there are on all of them. I know Mark didn't really like metal too much.
Metal sucked.
Oh, they kept all over it.
One of these days is the only song I like.
How can you not like Echoes?
How can you not like Echoes?
I like the live version of Echoes.
Or Fearless.
The Pompeii version of Echoes is really good.
The Fearless.
Fearless is amazing.
Yeah.
I can understand like Seamus or San Tropez. I can understand.
Oh yeah, there was some crap on there, but those big.
Admit that's the worst album out of the 3.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
It's the least best album of the 3.
Yeah, so
that's like me saying Fragile is the worst Yes album of the stuff they did between 1970 and 1972.
70 and 72.
But anyway, Dogs, what a fucking song, dude. Jesus, man. Oh, just the guitar riff. You got to just trade off of vocals with Gilmore and Waters doing the verses. It's just like amazing part in the middle. Just so many cool changes in that fucking song. Sheep too. That's one of the most underrated songs on that album. That's a great fucking riff. Yeah. Got the cool keyboards and just a great fucking album. Actually, as I mentioned before, we did the show. It took me a while to like Animals actually growing up, but I really love it now. It's one of my, of course, one of my favorite albums by Pink Floyd. Oh. But anyway, that's my number 3. Let's get down to number 2, Joseph.
Right. Well, my number 3 pick only had 5 songs on it. My number 2 pick only has 3 songs on it. And when those 3 songs are Close to the Edge and You and I and Siberian Catrue, it's going to be pretty high on your list.
A great album.
So my yes pick is Close to the Edge.
Cool.
I think it's an amazing album. Those 3 songs are just. There's a reason that almost every tour they play this entire album.
Yeah.
Because it's just untouchable in my opinion. And I love the Yes album and I love Fragile, and I have an honorable mention that's not one of those 2 albums coming up on my honorable mentions. But this album for me is just untouchable in their catalog. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. So my yes pick is Close to the Edge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with those 3. You just can't.
All right, Eric.
My number 2 is Genesis with Trespass. I mean, it's is it their first album, I believe, or
it's their second?
It's their second. Yeah. I love it. I keep going back to it for some reason. I keep it's like the 6th, 7th time I listened to it in the past few months, and I don't know what it is about me, but it connects with me. And my favorite song on there is the Knife. That song just kicks ass. You wouldn't think they go that heavy, It just that's why it's so unusual for them to go heavy like that, and I just love it. And then that's why I picked them number 2. What the fuck? 2.
Man, holy shit. Tua has another concussion, man.
Did you see the hit?
No, I didn't see it. I'm just reading it right now.
It looked like it looked like the Ryan Shazier hit, honestly.
Oh man, he's gonna have to retire early. He's gonna have problems.
He went down like he broke his neck.
He needs to talk to Steve Young.
Problem was he went. It was 4th and 4, and they were at like the 10-yard line.
At the 10.
And he went for it, and instead of he got the first down, but didn't slide, and he went head first into the guy's stomach. It wasn't like it was a dirty hit or anything.
Right.
Tua hit the guy, not the other way around.
Yeah, it was kind of like run into a wall, is what he did.
It reminded me of the Ryan Shazier hit that paralyzed Ryan Shazier.
That's like his 3rd or 4th concussion. He's only been in the league for what, 3 years?
He's gonna be done. Honestly,
yeah, he's gonna last long.
He's not gonna last.
No. But anyway, back to the show. Andy, what do you got, man?
My number 2, I'm going with prog metal. And Justice for All, Metallica. I believe this is prog.
Prog metal, really?
Yeah. The title track, Blackened.
To Live is to Die.
Shortest Straw.
I never.
Blackened and Justice for All. One is prog. The Shortest Straw, Harvester of Sorrow. Dude, yes.
I never thought of it that way.
Definitely.
And it's a complete departure from Master of Puppets. It's not even close. It's a whole different world.
Yeah, but this is when what's his name died? Cliff Burton died,
right,
and then they.
Right, this is the first one with Jason Newsted.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't play on that album, but yeah.
He plugged in, but I don't think they had the amplifier.
No, they didn't play on that album.
But Justice for All is my number 2 prog album.
That's an awesome album.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
I have always said this. This is my favorite concept album of all time. I think it flows way better than Pink Floyd The Wall. Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime.
You're smoking crack.
One of my favorite. Fuck you, you're Pink Floyd dick.
Hey, I have a deep meaning for this album for people from Montreal.
No, I love the album. Don't get me wrong. Better than The Wall.
Dude, the Wall like has stops and starts. This album just goes straight through.
Dude, the beginning of Eyes of a Stranger is a ripoff of fucking Empty Spaces, man. Come on, dude.
It is.
But the thing is, the album flows a lot better than fucking Pink Floyd.
So does Taco Bell Diarrhea.
I wouldn't say it does. I adore both albums, but I think The Wall flows great.
I have a lot of people on my side on this opinion, but it's an opinion. We all have our opinions and nothing wrong with it. No, but I'm picking, like you said, screw you. It's my opinion, Jerry. Yeah. Operation Mindcrime is my fucking.
You know, I've always gave you shit about that. So shut the fuck up.
I'm never going to stop saying because
I'm never going to stop telling you.
I don't change my mind to fucking lick your ass. Okay.
I'll fucking see you and kick your ass if you don't like The Wall better, man.
Operation Mindcrime, man. You know,
there's a revolution. Nashville's going to be fun next year.
Come on, man.
Hopefully it'll be fun. I mean,
bank accounts why giving their secretaries the slam. They're all in Penthouse now. Playboy magazine, $1 million stories. The lyrics fucking flow way better than The Wall. I'm sorry, Jeff Tate is way better than both of those guys.
Are you fucking serious? Lyric writing? Roger Waters is one of the best in the game ever.
This album, Jeff Tate, Chris DeGarmo.
Mark, you're digging your hole here. You're digging your hole.
No, like I said, Mark, it's a great fucking album.
It is.
Better than The Wall? No.
It's better than The Wall to me. Okay. That's my number 2.
What hat are you wearing? Is that Night Ranger?
Me? Yeah.
That's a cool hat. That's a cool hat. All right, my pick is Joseph picked it earlier. Wish You Were Here. Pink Floyd. Guess what my number 1's going to be. But anyway, Wish You Were Here.
Led Zeppelin.
Incredible album, dude. I mean, you've got to mention Have a Cigar, which for some reason, I know the reason why. It was just weird hearing a different singer. I remember listening to it without knowing that. I'm like, is that Roger or fucking David singing, or is Rick singing a song or something? Yeah, Roy Harper. Yeah, I never knew that at the time.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I guess neither one of them, Gilmore Waters, liked the way it sounded when they sang. I think Roger wanted to sing it, but Gilmore's like, I don't know, dude, you suck singing this song or something. I don't know what it was, but I mean, well, Joseph talked about Wish You Were Here. I mean, great fucking album. No, my number 3, mine are 2. All right, ready, everybody? Let's go do the Andy. You ready?
Number 1 pick, guys.
All right, what do you got, Joe?
Well, Andy said that he likes this album more than the one that he picked. But I think you have to pick it. Selling England by the Pound. I mean, it is my favorite Genesis album. I think it's possibly their proggiest album. I mean, Dancing with the Moonlit Night, Firth of Fifth is amazingly proggy.
Yeah.
More Fool Me. Every time I listen to this album, that song stands out more and more. Phil's vocals on that song are just amazing.
In a bit.
And then you have the Battle of Epping Forest, the Cinema Show, which is prog perfection.
Great fucking
album. And yeah, this album is just absolutely phenomenal. My favorite Genesis album, my favorite prog album. Absolute perfection.
I believe me, it's one like this.
Yep. That's what I was doing for a couple of these bands. That's why when we get to our honorable mentions, all 5 of my top 5, I had to pull another album out because I'm just like, I couldn't. So when we get to that, I'll go through my honorable mentions for my top 5 bands plus some bands I didn't put on my list.
I have no honorable mentions because everybody said yes 90215 and the Fragile, and that would have been on my list. So,
all right, Eric, number 1, man.
That comes to no surprise. Rush Moving Pictures. What can I say? I mean, that album is just kick-ass through and through. Every song, everything. Prog, but I fucking love it. I mean, it's always been my favorite Rush album. And just I never get fed up of it. It's just every song is just awesome.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
3, I mean, well, at least 2 really, really popular radio hits from that fucking album. I mean, amazing album. I agree. All right, Andy, what do you got number 1?
I respect and love all y'all, but there's only one correct answer.
90125.
Prog album of all time.
Whip it out, man. 90125. Let's see it, buddy. Yeah.
Dark Side of the
I knew what these motherfuckers to pick that.
Like by Pink Floyd. I mean, dude, this is perfection. One of the most perfect album. I mean, can y'all think of another prog album that transcended across genres and barriers?
I agree with you on that. I agree with you.
I can't disagree.
And just iconic.
It's a really good album.
From the album cover, from the beginning to the end.
Never fucking gets old. Never.
No, it never does.
It's ageless.
Dark Side of the Moon.
What, 200 weeks on the top 100 chart? I mean, something like that. It just
and it's back on there right now.
Yeah,
just amazing fucking album.
It went off for a week and came back on.
And for a prog album to do that, a prog album, you know, a lot of people don't think of it as prog because it's so popular, but it is.
It is.
It definitely.
I don't really think of it as their prog album.
No.
I think Wish You Were Here or Animals is more of a prog album than that is.
You see, but I think we think that way because it's so popular. Because if you think of the
but
song,
if you look at all the lists, they put that higher than all the other Pink Floyd albums.
I know, but I'm saying like just off like for me, just from like the tone and the music, I think that the other two are more prog.
778 weeks. I was off by 578 weeks.
Because
I just feel like the next two are more prog. I feel like Wish You Were Here I'm not Wish You Were Here. Dark Side is still kind of more in the kind of psychedelic kind of thing.
Oh wow, okay. All right. I think it's 100% prog.
I agree with Andy.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much in between both. It has both elements.
Oh, it definitely does.
Yeah,
but I don't. When I think of Pink Floyd and prog, I don't go to Dark Side immediately.
Okay.
If we did the top 11 gospel albums, that album would be on my fucking list. It's that fucking great of an album.
Gospel.
I wouldn't be.
That'd be Elvis Presley for me, buddy.
All right.
I would not.
That's my number 1 is Dark Side of the Moon.
All right, Mark. Number 1, dude.
Well, I haven't mentioned this band, the whole thing. You guys have mentioned this band, Hemispheres, Moving Pictures. Yeah, I picked those out. I picked Signals. Signals is my favorite Rush album. But the most proggiest album to me is fucking Permanent Waves. With fucking Spirit of the Radio. Jacob's Ladder is prog as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
My God, this fucking Jacob's Ladder's just fucking so amazing. It's like the clouds prepare for battle. It's like, goddamn, fucking Spirit of the Radio has so many flavors. It goes from prog to reggae, fucking everything. It's like prog brings in different types of music and makes it mesh. And
I
that's what
don't think
Rush did.
Spirit of the Radio is prog at all. But,
I think it's prog.
It's an amazing song.
Entrepreneur is fucking prog. Fucking great fucking album. Permanent Ways is my favorite prog album by Rush. But my favorite album of all time by them is Signal Still.
Nice.
All right. My number one is, I'm surprised nobody mentioned it. It's one of the best albums ever. Kiss the Elder. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that.
Hey, there's our obligatory Kiss news.
Someone did it.
All right, come on. The best fucking, I mean, I agree with Andy 100%. Dark Side of the Moon is definitely the best, second best album ever made in my Behind Physical Graffiti. I mean, it just transcends genres, in my opinion.
I really thought you were going to pick Physical Graffiti.
There's prog stuff on it, but there's a lot of heavy blues stuff on it as well. Songs like In the Light, maybe that's kind of proggy, but Kashmir is definitely proggy. But I think the majority of it's not proggy. That's why I didn't pick it. I thought about it. Don't get me wrong.
I know you
but
did.
Come on, Dark Side of the Moon's got a lot of prog elements to it. Like Any Color You Like It, that instrumental, Grey Gig in the Sky. I mean, that's definitely prog, but in a weird way, it's prog. Love that fucking song.
Time,
I mean,
even time.
That intro, that, with the cool ass fucking roto drums, just an amazing tune.
And
I
the
think
clocks.
The whole thing, to me, the whole thing from beginning to end is the definition of prog.
That's one cool thing about Pink Floyd. They know how to fucking put their tracks on. I know you don't think With the Wall flowed good, Mark, but I think it did. But they know how to connect one song to another, man.
No,
really
they
well.
flowed better with Dark Side and Animals than they did with The Wall, to me.
Even their greatest hits fucking CDs, they blend into each other. They're just so well done, man. It's just cool. But I mean, Dark Side of the Moon, man. Jeez, man. What can you say that we had to leave that one out because that one just blows the other three away in the Pink Floyd episode. So,
see, Jerry, I'll give you my hot take right here, and I mean, Dark Side of the Moon was not on my top 11 or my top 10 1973 albums list. And my hot take is, the more people talk about Dark Side of the Moon, the less I like Dark Side of the Moon.
Ooh.
It is my least favorite album Pink Floyd made in the 70s.
Well, I'll tell you what. You give me a call after the show, I could talk to you about 2 or 3 hours.
When was Metal?
I'll make you fucking hate
when
it.
did Metal come out?
I still love 71.
Really? You like Metal better than Dark Side of the Moon?
Okay.
Hey, you want to know something?
You're right.
I'm just saying, you like Metal better than Dark Side of the Moon?
I've always, and I have to whisper this because I could see the daggers coming through the internet already. I think Dark Side of the Moon is overrated. I do. I truly do.
Hey, did you ever see the
email
meme?
Joseph Staub at gmail.com.
Have you ever seen the
Send the
meme?
hate mail.
Have you ever seen the meme?
That is my precious.
Hold on. Have you ever seen the meme with a guy wearing the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon and a girl goes, "Hey, I like your pride shirt."
Hey, we're not going there here.
Yeah.
By the way,
I don't even fucking
love
post
Dark
that
Side.
shit.
I do. I love Dark Side, but I've always found it to be a bit of an overrated album, just personally.
Did you guys know that before they were called Pink Floyd, they were Megadeth? It's true.
I have Dark Side down here somewhere on vinyl. I own it on vinyl, so that means I love it.
Yeah, they had all kinds of funny names before, and Megadeth was one of them before they became Pink Floyd. Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, they went from that, then they went to the Pink Floyd, and then
Pink
Floyd,
and then Pink Floyd.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. I mean, Dark Side of the Moon, Jesus, one of the best albums ever. Like I said, Joseph's opinions aren't the exact opinions of everyone. Don't represent everybody on the show.
They do not.
Don't worry.
Don't listen to him.
That's how he downgrades me, Joseph. When I say
I'm a very contrary person, I am well aware of that.
That's why I picked Delicate Sounds of Thunder, because it had everything blended in together and just so freaking perfectly. That's why I picked that one.
Great live album too.
Oh yeah,
That
amazing.
All right, we got some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
I
it, Joe. What do you
don't.
got?
Awesome. So, like I said, I have honorable mentions for each of my top 5 bands on the list.
Yeah.
For Genesis, my honorable mention was The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Great double album. I think the first disc of that album is possibly my favorite Genesis album. I think the second disc drags it down a little bit, so I couldn't put it as my number 1, but love it.
I agree.
Pink Floyd, I went with Animals. Absolutely love Animals. Great album. For King Crimson, I went with Red. I think one of my favorite lineups of the band. Really amazing album. A lot of improvisation, a lot of really great instrumental work, some beautiful, beautiful songs on this album. For Yes, I went with Relayer, another album with 3 songs on it. Gates of Delirium is my favorite Yes song. Amazing, amazing album. And for Dream Theater, I went with Metropolis, Scenes from My Memory. Great concept album.
That is
album.
amazing.
Great album.
And then I had 3 that all 3 were kind of mentioned from other bands that were not on my list. I had Supertramp, Crime of the Century. I had Kansas, Leftoverture, and I had Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick. Were my other 3
I
honorable
mentioned that,
mentions.
but I didn't pick it. That's
what I said. Mentioned in some way.
Yeah.
So those are my
All right,
honorable
Eric.
mentions.
You got any, Eric?
Well, okay, it might not be Prog, but they were Prog at the beginning, and one comes to mind would be Tangerine Dream.
Yeah, they're pretty pro.
Yeah. Like, I know they only do movie stuff now, but back in the 70s, they did pretty much a lot of prog, but it was very keyboardy.
I just got the Risky Business 4K that Edwin Conestracci promoted on there. I haven't watched this video yet because I want to watch it and then watch this video to see if I agree with him.
Yeah.
Risky Business, Tangerine Dream did the whole soundtrack. You know, it's
yeah,
really
exactly. And Legends and all kinds of movies. And
I
wanted to put them in my top 11 because I used to listen to them all the time. But then again, I thought of all these other bands and I forgot about this band. I never forgot about this band. And even Joseph, you mentioned a bunch of bands and I'm like, fuck, I forgot about that, you know? So like King Crimson, I completely didn't think about it. And then Moody Blues completely slipped my mind.
Moody Blues is amazing. I need to listen to them more, by the way.
That 7 album run starting with
do they have
Days
one of those
Future
box
Past.
sets like Kansas?
They do have a
No.
5-pack. They have a 5-pack of it.
Oh, they have a
The
5-pack.
original album
5-pack?
series.
I need to get that 5-pack then.
Yeah.
The original album series. At
So
Walmart.
I have
bought it
them
a few
all. I have
times.
them all
Yeah.
on like actual like
Nice.
cases.
Nice.
I just got
guys-
my Z. I just got my ZZ Top 5.
Oh, nice.
Original.
I need to get the 5-pack.
I have
of
the
ZZ
full
Top.
box set for ZZ Top. They don't. I think they don't sell that anymore.
What are you saying, Eric?
I gotta get going because my
All right,
wife is freaking out. So I have to log out. It was
All right, man.
really nice being with you guys again. And until next time.
Always great to have you, man.
See ya.
It's a pleasure. I love this. It's a lot of fun.
Anytime.
You guys are awesome.
Bye, Eric.
Thank you, man.
All
I love
right.
you,
It's
man.
cool talking with you.
See ya, man. Ciao.
Later, man.
All right, Andy, you got any honorables?
Yeah, I do. Bad Motorfinger by Soundgarden.
That's a good one. I get it.
It was a prog metal.
I never figured them as prog, but I guess you're right.
Jesus
definitely
Christ,
hear it.
Pose?
Yeah.
That is fucking so prog.
Even Outshine, like that riff is so
Outshine,
prog.
yeah.
I showed this earlier. I kind of showed my cards, but The Turn of a Friendly Card by Alan Parsons Band. I don't know which one to go with. I was going to go with iRobot, but this one is a little bit more of a livelier album than iRobot. And y'all already mentioned Undertow by Tool. No, it's Enema.
Enema's a good one too.
For our prog
I've
album.
seen a lot of people when I was doing research for that. Lateralis is like their favorite.
No, Lateralis is the one everybody always goes.
Yeah, everybody goes to that one. That's why I went to Undertow.
I always go to this one first, no matter what. I was
10,000 Days is really good too.
If I had to pick a Tool album, I would go with Enema.
Enema is, I remember when it came out. That's the tour that
There's
I
a
saw
lot of
them
Perfect Circle albums that are pretty good too. So
The
yeah,
first one's pretty good.
I was going through that through my CD albums. I was like, I said no. I do like a Perfect Circle, but not better than Tool. It just doesn't surpass it. Tool had that
I agree with you.
mystique element to them. You
Yeah.
know, when Perfect Circle to me was, I don't want to call them radio friendly, but they were radio friendly. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Judith and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like with hooks. This had almost no hooks. It was just straight up prog hard rock metal.
Yeah.
So those are all of my honorable picks.
Well, my honorable mentions are New Kids on the Block, Hanging Tough.
Shut up, Mark.
Awesome.
You guys already said all my honorable mentions, like 90125. Fucking other Kansas albums, fucking great too.
Oh yeah.
Pieces of 8 Sticks. Fucking great shit out there, man. You guys just expand your minds and get out there and stop. We're all rock and metal fans here, but prog rock is like rock and metal.
Look at all these CDs.
Yeah.
Look at all these CDs.
Where's the one you bought for the show?
I bought
You told me you bought 3 CDs for the show. Two?
I bought the Porcupine Tree one, and I just got the Marillion update for the show.
That's cool.
So,
I wanted to know which ones. I love your props, man.
Yeah,
Mine aren't in alphabetic order right now, so it's hard for me to find them. So
I told you I'd come over and help you. I love putting things in off.
hey, you're in fucking Houston, dude.
I'll pay for your plane ticket if you can put my shit in order, dude. It's a fucking
we'll
mess.
all have to all get plane tickets to each other's houses,
right,
and like take a month each month, take a weekend, and go to each other's places and all help organize our.
All of us doing that together would be a fucking blast, man.
That would be like the best weekend ever.
No shit, man.
It'd be way better than
some albums
Rockin' Pod.
on.
I'm just saying.
Probably would.
Put some albums on.
Because we didn't go to Keel Fest too.
Oh, Jesus.
I would tell my wife I'm going to go to Jerry's and Marc's and Joseph's house and help them put their stuff in alphabetical order. And she would say, "Well, do yours first, motherfucker. That room's a mess."
No, we're all coming to your house, Andy.
Yeah.
We'll do yours first.
My wife would say, "Well, where are you going to come home to?"
Actually,
to be honest with, I got to tell you guys something. I'm going to announce it to you guys first.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're actually going down to the clerk's office and officially get married. So I will be a married man officially tomorrow. So
congratulations, bro. You told me this a year ago.
Yeah, but we changed our mind. We're officially doing it tomorrow.
You got didn't you get rings a year ago?
No, we were going to do it last year.
Yeah, you were doing do it last year.
No, we're going to do it last Friday too. So we go down to the county's clerk, and there's a sign that says it's closed because of Fall Fest, which is a fair that we have around town. When have you heard of a government office closed because of a festival, a fair?
Only in a small town.
In 2024.
We're not really a small town anymore. But I was looking at it. What the fuck, dude? So hopefully, I should check. I should check before we go down there and see if they're open, which they should be. But yeah, I will be a married man tomorrow. So sorry, ladies, Big Sexy's off the market.
Well, if you were in California for 10 years, you'd be like a marriage, common law marriage.
Yeah. All right, my honorable mentions are The Division Bell, Metal, Adam Hart Mother, Momentary Lapse of Reason, Hypothetical Case of Dawn, Thoughts Are Full of Secrets, Scared by Clouds, and even a little bit of The Endless River.
Okay, I'm gonna go Clockwork Angels. I'm gonna go fucking Moving Pictures.
Hold on.
You had your turn, Mark. You had your turn.
Man, I'm surprised nobody.
I didn't know he was gonna do all that shit.
Asia's debut album, fucking amazing.
Great album. You know that? Why didn't I pick that out,
Jerry? I have this giant stack of CDs, and I can only pick 11 bands.
I know. Hey, I'll pick all the Rush albums.
All right,
and Asia. There you go.
Well, by the way, Andy, I will send you that album. I just haven't had time to mail it.
Oh no, man! Dude, you're getting married.
Yeah,
you've been busy.
I'll get it off sometime next week.
Planning all that, planning the after party.
Yeah,
no, it's not after party. We're going down there. And
where's our invites at, man?
Yeah, well, like I said,
I would have flown. I would have flown.
If you want to watch it on the FaceTime or something, I could. But just like we're just signing the paper, and we're not doing vows or anything. We're going down to the clerk's office.
You're not gonna say I've loved you for the last 30 years, and finally,
I say it every day. It's like get tired of hearing it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but Miami Dolphins were embarrassed at home. 31.
Yeah. Rub it in, Andy. Rub it into me on next Tuesday.
No, dude, I picked them up. I picked them too. I picked them to win the East.
Yeah.
but they have to beat Buffalo, and they can't.
Well, Tua's probably, I don't know, that guy probably shouldn't play for the rest of the year.
No
We'll see
way,
how that
they're
goes.
right behind them.
Guess who Tua ran into?
Who?
DeMar Hamlin.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
That was
really?
who he hit.
Oh, the
He
guy
hit
who
him.
got the
He
guy.
hit
who-
him
heart
right.
attack.
He hit him right in the
The heart
chest with
attack.
his
I
helmet.
was wondering if he was still playing. That's
Oh, yeah.
That was who he
Actually-
ran into.
Yeah, actually, he's starting this year. I
Oh,
think.
He came back last year.
damn. Yeah, he
Yeah.
came back right at the end of last year.
Yeah. Mhm.
But that's crazy that's who
Right.
Tua just got a concussion by hitting his head against DeMar Hamlin's chest.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah. And his head went inward.
Yeah.
I mean, he went like that.
Yeah, like I said, it looked like the Ryan Shazier hit. It
Yeah.
looked like, and the way he fell down and the way he was laying there, he looked like
Like a sack of potatoes.
he looked like he was paralyzed.
Yeah. But
it was
walked off,
scary.
you know,
He did. But that
Yeah.
was it looked like a scary hit.
All
but
right.
he's going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
He's going to have to be.
Well, next week Al Horta is doing the guest pick, but he hasn't told me what it is because he's seeing the Korn concert with his daughter tonight. So Al Horta, get back to me so we know what we're doing next week.
And then it sounds like we have at least a month planned out after that. We have Jerry's pick of robots in movies. We got Mark's pick of gangster movies. You got my pick of Western movies. We got months planned out here.
We do have months planned out.
I've already got a pick for the next.
Well, give it to me. I need to put it on my notes because I got to get this shit going.
Oh,
But
okay.
fucking tomorrow on the Freeform Rock podcast, me, Booger, and Jerry are reviewing Thunder 7 by Triumph.
Oh, wow.
So
Great
check out that podcast. It's just us three. And we are moving our recording dates to Friday. So we'll get more guests, I guess. Because people can't do Saturdays because they're all with the wives and they're all doing cherry festivals or whatever they're fucking doing on a Saturday, going to thrift stores. I don't fucking know.
See,
But,
Mark, I wouldn't know. You stopped asking me to be on.
I ask you all the time.
I'm kidding.
What the fuck you
Mark, I'm
talking about?
kidding.
Every week I ask you, hey, you want to come
No,
on Alter
you
Bridge?
literally asked me one time in the last couple months.
You want to come on Alter Bridge on Saturday?
No, I'm busy.
There you go. Thank you.
But my next pick, when it's my pick for BS Sessions, I want us to make our own Steely Dan album.
Oh, that's a good one.
I am on that.
Hey,
I want to be on that.
Tim Raznick needs to be on that episode.
Yeah. We
Yes.
keep on talking about Steely Dan a lot, but we don't do anything about it.
So right now it's Andy,
That's
Joseph,
that's
and
my
Tim.
new catchphrase. We keep talking about Steely Dan, but we just don't do anything about
we
it.
don't do anything
So
about it.
it's Andy, Tim, and Joseph. If Al wants to do it, he could be on there also. You like Steely Dan, Jerry?
Uh-oh.
Well, that'll be a no-show for that episode. Maybe. Jerry, take us out, man.
All right, guys. Thanks for being on. Be good to each other. Like, subscribe, yell at us, hate us, love us, do whatever. Just say something. Any ideas for shows? Let us know.
Buy
Be good
CDs.
to each other. Yep. Buy
By physical media.
Buy
Be
all
good to
these
each
files
other.
back here.
I say it all the week. Election season. Be good to each other because it might get messy.
I think
So
it
be
will.
good to each other. The shit's not worth it. It's not worth one. These two people running for president aren't worth anybody getting hurt. Remember that.
Or losing.
Politics sucks, and they don't give a shit about us. There you go.
Exactly. So
Let's get the
anyway,
fuck out of
just
here, man.
Later, guys. Take care.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
y'all. Take care.
Later, guys.